Oh, you God, this is your ally.
We got the dub, baby! Ooh, yeah! I got them Bucs, baby! We got the dub, baby! Fire the cannon!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a Monday night. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans, you Rays fans, it's your time. So how do we start off this good time here on a Monday night? Bring the passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, we will talk about Bucky Irving returning to practice. So do you feel more optimistic, Bucs fans, at this point? I know there's no shoulder pads. I know that there's no hitting, no tackling going on, but he's returned to practice. So it's a lot better at this point. Are you more optimistic? We'll throw that out there. Also, Baker Mayfield contract negotiations. Jason Licht had some comments. Todd Bowles had some comments, and then we will get your comments, as always, here, as we do on Monday and Wednesday nights on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Want to go out to our sponsors, because we got sponsors that pay the bills on this show, right? I got to get out there tomorrow. I'm going to go see my favorite barber, and Ricky. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether you want a haircut, a beard trim, a fade, goodness gracious. I mean, it's getting a little bit long here. And I tell you how you know it's a little bit long. When you're trying to eat steak, when you're trying to eat chicken, and the hair gets into your food, that's when I got to go to Up the Block Barbershop, go see Ricky and all the fine and talented barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop, and tell them the Rolex reporter Peter Blake sent you. If that wasn't enough, because it's never enough here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, is it? Bucs fans, Rays fans, Tampa Bay sports fans, it's never enough. You asked me to give you an opportunity to go and watch daily Bucs content every day, 5 days a week. So here it is. It's Bucs Latest. This is your test, Bucs fans. Go out to YouTube, like and subscribe to Bucs Latest, a part of the Fan Arch Network, every day at 11 a.m. We also have a new Facebook page there, Bucs Latest. Go like and subscribe to that, and you'll get a chance to see daily Bucs content, of course, stories that are going on. I don't take phone calls on it. It's a pre-recorded show, but you get to comment on it. And on Friday, I read the fan comments and dress down just a little bit. With that being said, we're on TikTok right now. How many viewers do we have? 8 viewers. I'll take it. I like it, TikTok.
Ooh,
Thank you
yeah.
very much. And of course, why is that? The Carter Agency, because they're not playing around. It's more than a game. And it's not a game here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, as we are 5 weeks away from Bucs training camp. And of course, that is the deadline that everybody knows, because Baker Mayfield and his camp have set that with possible contract extension. So we will definitely talk about that. We will get your comments, because a lot of controversy. Again, Bucky Irving returning. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. How about that? I got to tell you something here, because this is my bone. Like, I don't want to be the negative Nancy. Congratulations to Knicks fans. It's well-deserved. Congratulations to Spike Lee and Ben Stiller and all the celebrities out there. But here's what I don't understand, Knicks fans. You have all these videos circulating on the internet, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe instead of reporting this, people should just not report it at all. Just not make a big deal about it. But how in the world do you win a world championship in 53 years and destroy your city? You know, this makes me think of, when I used to go out, like when I used to have a social life, which I basically don't have anymore. That's okay. That's okay. Because when you're working like 500 jobs, that's how it goes. But when I used to have a social life and I used to go out with my friend always used to tell me, what if we get into a fight? Let's go in and get into a fight. And I'd be like, nah, that's really a bad idea, because what's the reason for going out in the first place? Going out, relaxing, having a good time, not trying to fall down drunk in your own puke, not trying to punch somebody in the face, not trying to push over a school bus. What are we doing, New York Knicks fans? That's what I think of at this point. Celebrate with some class, have a good time. Go eat some New York pizza. I don't know what you guys do there in New York. I've never been to New York before. I'm a Florida boy. I've been here all my life, and I know when the Bucs won their Super Bowl, nobody was trying to tip over a bus. Nobody was burning anything down. We were just celebrating. Some people were getting drunk, but they weren't falling down in their own puke in the street. They were doing it in their house. They were going also out to Uber and getting rides and stuff like that. So my thing is, just do it right. That's it. But congratulations to the New York Knicks, your new NBA world champions. How about that, huh? I swear to God, you're never going to hear me root for any New York team, but I'm happy because I got some friends out there that are long-suffering New York Knicks fans. So congratulations to them. How about the Carolina Hurricanes? They're your new Stanley Cup champions. That's good stuff. Of course, I turned off hockey after the Tampa Bay Lightning were eliminated, which, by the way, John Cooper, Coach of the Year, just saying. Nikita Kucherov, MVP of the year. And Andre Vasilevsky, Vezina, they swept it, and they're eliminated. So we'll see what they do in 2026, but congratulations to Carolina. So there you go. There's all the congratulations out of the way. There's all the sponsorships out of the way, as always. The phone lines are open. Let's talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll get into it in just a moment. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I just don't understand it. Like, I never understood it. Like, to me, it's like the same thing. Like, you're trying to go out. You're trying to have a good time. I'm not trying to fight with anybody. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to get into a fight with somebody. I'm really not. Honestly, when I go out, I'm trying to relax. I'm not much of a drinker. You know, I'll have my Sprite or I'll have my root beer. Make fun of me all you want to, because I'm the designated driver usually. But I'm not going out to look for a fight. I'm not going out to look to burn something down or tip over a bus or something along those lines. I'm just not looking to do that. I see you, Harry the Greek. You're texting me while I'm on the show. You're saying for some reason you removed my credentials to get in. I didn't remove your credentials to get in. Get in here. Come on in to the evolution of sports talk television. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and send you a link because I have no idea what he is talking about as I'm producing on air. Gotta love that. Gotta love getting a text from your longtime co-host who's been very busy. Everybody's asking me, where is he at? Did he abandon the show? And I say, no, he didn't abandon the show. He's busy. He's doing his thing. He's a professional handicapper extraordinaire. We love his contributions on the show when he can come on. And he's always welcome, along with Ray Kennedy. Like, everybody's, well, he doesn't show up anymore. Well, yeah, everybody has a life. They do other things in the sports web, right? I can sit here and talk to you all night long for 2 hours about absolutely nothing on the phone lines. These other people, they have other things to do. Not saying they're not a part of the show. And again, we're just a couple months away from the start of the football season. And let me tell you something. We got some surprises for you. I see you, Harry. Hopefully this is you right now coming on in. He says, I finally had a night off, so we'll see if he comes on in. The Dodgers are playing the Rays at this juncture. Of course, they won yesterday against Anaheim. They lost 2 out of 3. They swept the Red Sox, so that's always good here in the house because, you know, as you know, one of the roommates is a Red Sox fan, so there's always bragging rights at this point. And they play the LA Dodgers tonight, so we'll see how the Rays do. In fact, who knows? I may get off a little bit early. The game starts at 10. we'll see where the comments are going at this juncture. In fact, let's go ahead, go out to the comments. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Again, Instagram, I guess it's pblake1003. I'm on X. I can go live, but I have no control over it. So if you're a friend, you follow me, go ahead and retweet it out because I have no control. I have no idea who has control of my account at this point. It's completely haywire. Can't tweet out, but all I can do is go live because I'm connected there to StreamYard. So make sense of that. Thanks a lot for letting me pay the money I pay and get no help to get my account back. Let's see here. Drench, don't do New York. We're happy as hell. It's been 53 years. Yes, Drench, it is. Absolutely. I'm not doing New York dirty at all. I think you were trying to say that. I'm not trying to do anything dirty. I just don't understand it. Like, again, and we'll throw it out there. Like when the Bucs won, what did you do? Tell me you didn't tip over a bus because I didn't see it on the news. Tell me you didn't burn something down. Tell me what you did when the Bucs won the Super Bowls. How about that? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Are you more optimistic about Bucky Irving coming back to practice? Does this give you hope? Some great comments by Todd Bowles on an unsung leader in a Kenneth Gainwell. We'll get into that. If you watch Bucs latest today, you know what I'm talking about. Again, we'll talk with, we'll get into the comments with Todd Bowles and, of course, Jason Light and what he had to say about Baker Mayfield. Want to go out to my webheads here. Let's go out to Brian. Hi, Peter. Hi to you. How is Tampa weather? Very, very hot. Thank God for air conditioning, because if you have a car and you don't have air conditioning, throw the whole damn car away. That's how hot it is. I'm glad I don't work outside. Thank God for Smart Financial. Tell you what, the phone lines are ringing. You know what that means? It means for me to shut up. It means for me to go out to the phone lines. Let's go out to this guy. Sun Devil Dave, welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television here on a Monday night. What's going on, boss?
Happy Monday, man.
Well, how do we start off the show, man? You're killing me.
Thank you for always wasting my time, and goodbye forever.
Well, that's how you start off. There you go. All right. What's on your
you.
mind tonight?
I'm just so wiped out. It was championship weekend. You forgot one. There was a third championship that was being battled out this weekend.
What is the Louisville Kings?
Yes, the Louisville Kings, baby.
Yes, the Louisville Kings.
Are you new UFL champions? They beat the DC Defenders.
Yes, I talked to your guy there. He used to be the former coach of the DC Defenders. I'm trying to think of what his name is. Former wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, former coach of the DC Defenders, now Tennessee State's head coach. We may play that interview a little bit later. Can't think of his name is escaping me right now. This is where I'm at on a Monday. There you go. Yeah. Good stuff. Good way to go, Pete.
What's number one say? I love the Buck fans. I love Bucks Nation.
Reggie Barlow.
I have respect for you guys. I know I'm in the Valley to some, but I still follow Bucks. I love Baker Mayfield. And to Brent, I think his name was Brent, the guy we were going back and forth last week. Is his name Brent? Brent something? On the, you know what I'm talking about. Well, anyways, look, I love you too, Brent, and I know you're passionate about the Bucks. You've been 30 years, and I understand your frustration. But again, I think, in my humble opinion, Bucks management has basically got highway robbery on Baker Mayfield for his production over the last 3 years for $25 million. So I'm going to compare it to our buddy Josh Allen. We're going to look at 2023, 2024, 2025. Josh Allen's making about $55 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield, we already said $25 million. Average over the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen's yards for those 3 years, 11,705. Baker Mayfield, 12,237. Allen, 82 TDs. Baker Mayfield, 95 TDs.
Right.
Allen, 34 picks. Baker Mayfield, 37 picks.
Right.
Completion percentage, pretty much a dead heat. 66.4. Allen, 66.3. Baker, 98.6 QBR. Allen. Baker, 97.4. Now, Allen does have the rushing advantage because he's just a beast, that dual threat. 1634 for rushing yards. Baker, not too shabby, though, 923. And then 5 TDs.
Can you hold on a minute? Can you hold on a moment? We got breaking news here. I should have my breaking news music. Here we go. We got my co-host back, the long-lost friend, my long-lost brother from another mother right here, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Here he is, Harry the Greek. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. How you doing? It's been a long time, huh?
This is very, very good for me, no?
Very, very good. Let me get this off here. Well, Crunch Fitness. Wow. Okay. I see you, buddy. Pumping up there. That's good stuff there, Harry.
We're here to pump you up. Peter, how the hell you doing, buddy? Long time no talk.
I know. I haven't talked to you in a while. Well, we talk off here, but just not on the show. But yeah, it's been busy, man. It's about to get busier here. 5 weeks away. We got Baker Mayfield talk. We got Bucky Irving returning to practice. So we'll get into that. And then we got also Sun Devil Dave, Chicago's own. There.
So with Harry on the line, Harry, great to see you on the show again. You're awesome, man.
Appreciate it.
Let's give it up to the White Sox, who are battling for first place.
How about
that?
You mean the first place White Sox?
How about that?
Yes.
Since you brought that up, Dave, I'm going to have a drink to you.
Good guys wear black. I'm cool with it.
Well, what do you? Well, hold on a sec here, Sun Devil. What are you drinking on there? As the kids.
This isn't anything special. This is a bottle of Blanton's.
Is that what it is?
Blanton's, yes.
Wow.
And of course, the Blanton's has a picture of there's a big thoroughbred horse on there.
A thoroughbred horse, because you are definitely all about the horses and thoroughbreds and horse racing and gambling and
there it is.
Professional handicapper.
This little pour has everything to do for the Rays and the White Sox.
How about the Rays and how about the White Sox? But I want to ask you something here, Sun Devil Dave, before we get on to the Bucs. I know you made the comparison with Josh Allen, which is a great comparison. Our friends there, Joe Bucks fan, put that out there the last couple of years. Very comparable numbers, yet there are people out there. I see you, Brent. Love you, Brent. But Brent would like Josh Allen instead of a Baker Mayfield. We'll get back to that in a moment. But if you win a championship, when you win a championship, do you push over a school bus? Do you burn something down?
Unless it's just the Chicago Bulls, and Mr. Harry the Greek knows all about that. Remember how Barkley said, we're going to save Chicago by winning the game in Phoenix, so that way Chicago doesn't riot.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember that. It's people are going to be people, man. It's what happens in these large cities for some reason. I mean, I'd figure I'd want to be happy. I mean, I don't understand why these people in New York were destroying everything. I'm very happy for the New York Knicks. I'm very happy for the NBA. They finally won something since 73, 74, 75.
Yeah.
God damn, man. Do you really have to do that to your city? Grow up.
I just understand. It reminds me again. I said this. It reminds me when I first had a social life. My friends would be like, let's go out and go fight with somebody. And I'm like, hey, how about this? How about we just stay home if you want to go out and fight? When you go out somewhere, you want to relax. You want to listen to some music. You want to dance. You want to do something. You want to have a good time. You don't want to destroy things. You don't want to fight somebody. You don't want to punch somebody in the face. You don't want to end up in a pool of your own puke after being drunk, dead drunk. You don't want to do that. That's not what you do when you want to go out, and that's not what you do when you want to celebrate. Just
absolutely not. I have to agree with that, Peter.
Thank you. All right, Sun Devil, go ahead and finish.
That was it. Basically, I'm happy that Bucky's back. And I'm going to just, beat this like a dead horse. Getting Baker Mayfield over the last 3 years for $25 million was a big coup for the Bucs. And if we could get Baker for less than 50 for $40-45 million, I'd take Baker over all the guys we talked about. And again, I'm going to beat it like a dead horse. I'm taking Baker over Dak, over Sunshine, Jordan Love, Tua, Goff, Sunshine, and Justin Herbert.
Okay.
And they're all making over $50 million a year, $50-60 million a year.
That's why he's not going to sign for that, and I don't blame him.
Jalen Hurts. Now, if I was getting Josh Allen for $25-30 million a year, yeah, of course. I'm gonna get. My whole point to Brent and everyone else is Baker's numbers are very comparable to Mr. MVP, Mr. All-Time Pro Bowler, the second coming of Christ, Mr. Josh Allen. Who has done nothing over the last couple of years as far as he's 4-3 in the playoffs, 48 turnovers. So God bless you, Brent. God bless you, Buck fans. Appreciate what you have. You don't have Justin Fields out there running around.
No,
okay,
you don't have Zach Wilson.
Okay, or Kirk Cousins, or Deshaun Watson.
Yes,
Geno Smith.
Right.
Okay, be happy for what you have. God bless you guys. Harry, good to see you back. I'm out. Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
All right, there you go. Sun Devil Dave. We'll get him out of there. Use your second call. Yeah. As always, I mean, of course, it starts out with Baker Mayfield talking to the media saying the Bucs are nowhere close. How surprised were you by those comments? Because we just heard a couple months ago, Jason Licht and how he really wants to sign him? Do you think they can get this done? Do you think it's posturing? Do you think it's negotiation, a part of leverage at this juncture? How concerned are you, Harry the Greek, about Baker Mayfield re-signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Welcome to the news.
Brother, I'm very concerned about it, because if they don't sign him before this season starts and he even has a semblance of a good season, the Bucs are going to be starting over next year. They'll be drafting a quarterback. Market down. I said it. So they better hope they sign him now, because Baker's going to ball out this year, and he's going to probably require $55 to $65 million a year. If you were Baker Mayfield, are you going to sign for something less than 40 to 45?
Of course not.
Okay. I mean, I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I wouldn't do it. The guy came here in a deal because everybody in the National Football League gave up on him. You remember that, right?
I do.
Then he went from the Rams and he came over here, and then he gave him that little discount for that year or two, whatever the hell it was, and now he got paid. You know what? Now he wants to get paid. You can't fault the guy for that, Pete.
Let me read this, and we'll get out to Trevor in just a moment. Trevor, stand by. This is from Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk. Some think the Bucs wouldn't use the franchise tag with a 2026 cap number of $39.97 million. Mayfield's 2027 franchise tender would be at least $47.97 million. There's a sense in some circles that the Bucs believe they'll ultimately offer him more than anyone in free agency if a new deal isn't done before Mayfield's self-imposed deadline of the start of training camp. So the Bucs still have the power at this point. They could still play it out. Baker Mayfield could stay played out, but I still think somehow, some way, they're going to come to some type of agreement. Let's go out to Trevor. Trevor, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with the Greek, Harry the Greek. Welcome back, Greek.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
What's happening, man?
Yeah, it's been a minute, Harry.
Yes, sir, it has. Yes, sir, it has.
Yeah. But getting down to business here, talking about the quarterback situation.
Let's talk about it.
You guys think we should go ahead and pay Baker now?
Oh yeah.
Am I hearing that correctly?
I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean, again, I know we got my friend on there, Ian Beckles. He believes the Bucs should hold out and wait. Maybe they should at this juncture. Maybe they should play it out. Then again, you risk the fact of him outplaying the contract, but you also could see where if they don't sign Baker Mayfield and he has a bad year, then you have a decision to make at that juncture if you're going to move on with him. But I think from all the comments that Jason Licht has made this offseason, and we'll get to the recent comments he had on my partner show there, Mr. JP Peterson there on fanstreamsports.com, doing great work as always, JP, great stuff. So we'll get to those comments in just a moment. But from all intentions at this juncture, I do believe that, Jason Licht wants to get this contract done. It's going to be in the neighborhood of over $50 million because, listen, that is the going rate. And when you have a quarterback that has 97 touchdowns and 37 interceptions in the 3 years, that is some damn good numbers. And he's absolutely outplayed that $30 million that he got from the Bucs in that first contract extension. So why not? I mean, why go out and draft a quarterback? And I put this out there on Bucs Latest. Since 1978, you have to go all the way back to 1978 when they drafted a quarterback and developed him, and he was successful. That would be the great Doug Williams. Ever since then, they have had nothing when it comes to developing a quarterback. Now, listen, you're never going to stop drafting a quarterback. I just think there's more of, a great place there where you have a veteran quarterback in place who showed you that he can play. And then if you got to put the weapons around him, you got to stay healthy. Of course, you got to keep him healthy. You got to keep him upright. He could be productive. He could be one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He has shown that he can be one of the top quarterbacks in the league when he's healthy and when everybody else is healthy around him. I'm not all about drafting a quarterback because you don't know what you're going to get. It's a crapshoot at this point. And if you're going to tell me you're going to go after a veteran, why not just keep Baker Mayfield instead of doing all that nonsense? There's no Tom Brady out there. There's no door number 2 with Tom Brady behind it. I'm sorry. It's not, Bucs fans. Tom Brady isn't coming through that door. There's still some line from Rick Pitino right there. So, Baker Mayfield is the guy at this point, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I think he's the guy too. What I was going to say, I think he kind of, based off what you just told me, Peter, I think he kind of changed my mind, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But the only reason, my only concern was this. I never not wanted Baker to be our guy. I think he should be our quarterback long term, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that concerns me is his history of injuries. That's the concern because, Harry, even you admit it, right? Every 3 years, he gets hurt. So I'm not, but see,
he's never gone 2 consecutive years without having some kind of an injury. Yes, I don't think it was the 3-year issue. I think it was every couple years.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we should pay him because, I think he deserves another contract. But you know what? Based off what you were saying, Peter,
mm-hmm.
I'd much rather pay him 50 plus than go into next season and have to pay him damn near close to $70 million a year. Because you know what? If you think about it, the 50 plus million in a few years is really not even going to be that much. It's in terms of quarterback salaries.
I want to chime in here, Pete. Real quick.
Chime in.
You see, if the Bucs are going to play roulette and see what the season goes like, and they don't have the greatest of seasons, then you don't pay the guy. But then you're in a rebuild mode, for lack of better words. But if they pay him now because they think like this team is going to be somewhat decent or even be able to make the playoffs and make a deep run, pay the guy now.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. This team, in my opinion, their defense is definitely going to be built to win. They're going to have a hell of a running game. I'm still not too sure what's going to happen with the tight ends and the wide receivers with this football team. I'm not as optimistic as a lot of fans are because I see a lot of things that are different. But let me be clear. I think this offense is going to be much more improved. I don't think they're going to pass like they did all over the field last year, but I think the offense is going to put up points. Long story short, I would pay this guy now before it's too late.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think you pay him. Again, you pay him the market value. If he's your quarterback going forward, he's 31 years old. He's not 32 like a lot of Bucs fans think. And again, if there's an option out there, Bucs fans, that you want to go with, put the comment there in the box where you're ready to move on from Baker Mayfield, because I don't know who's out there. You're going to talk about
who do you guys want? And see, and Peter, you're absolutely right. That's the thing that frustrates me about these fans. Who the hell else do you want? You know what I mean? Because it's not like you say, it's not like these great quarterbacks are knocking down the door like, hey, let's go play for the Buccaneers. Every team is going to want to hold on to their quarterback if he's somewhat decent.
Yeah.
Listen, he's not a – listen.
I want Geno Smith.
But Baker Mayfield is that middle tier to upper tier quarterback. He's not a top line quarterback, but he's definitely not a bottom of the barrel. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Right. He's much better than a Geno Smith. Baker Mayfield has he's got a lot of star in him, but he is a system quarterback who's capable of making all the throws.
Yeah.
Now, is he?
I would 1,000% agree.
Is he a Caleb Williams? No. Is he Jackson from the Ravens? No. I mean, but he's that guy that's up there. He can make all the throws. He's a smart quarterback. He's got a little bit of wheels about him. He's gutsy, but I mean, he's not that top tier quarterback. But
and listen, you don't need to have that. You got
don't.
Sam Darnold called, and
but he's better than Sam Darnold,
right? And Darnold just won a Super Bowl. Why? Because he cut down on the turnovers. He was able to stay healthy.
A system quarterback, Peter.
Not a bad thing.
He fit that system perfectly. The play action. You know what made Seattle run? Defense and running. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you respect the run. Now we're going to be able to hit you downfield.
Yeah.
That's why Seattle was so successful. That is what I see with Tampa Bay this year. Same type of football.
I think they got to get back to that. You got to get back to that with Bucky Irving and Kenneth Gainwell, and that's the reason why you bring in Zach Robinson in the first place the last couple of years. That Atlanta Falcons, and I get it, Bijan Robinson, but you also had the other running back there that went to the Arizona Cardinals. They've been able to have that combination of running backs and be top 10 in the National Football League. That's what the Bucs need to get back to. And I tend to believe that this offense could be better than last year. I tend to believe this offense could be better without Mike Evans because you have emerging talent. You have an Emeka Ibuka who could turn into Jackson Smith and Jigba. You have a Jalen McMillan who We don't know what he can do. We know he's got flashes of brilliance in 2024 when he was able to stay healthy and he
7 touchdowns.
Right. And he was in that second half of the year, he was top rookie. We've seen flashes of brilliance last year with the 100-yard game. We've seen Tez Johnson with the explosiveness. We've seen Chris Godwin Jr. Everybody's like, Chris Godwin Jr. is washed up. I'm here to tell you he's not. And listen, he could be a number 1 wide receiver in this league if he were not on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He could have been. He could be. Chris Godwin Jr.
Well, yeah, back in his prime. We just don't know which Chris Godwin you're going to get. And by the way, Brent, is that your name, Brent? I don't know. A nice comment. Yeah, you guys act like Baker's an elite quarterback, man. You don't know anything about football. 2 things, and I want to say this. Number 1, I never said he was an elite quarterback. Number 2, I never said he was an elite quarterback. And number 3, I'll forget more about this game, and you'll probably ever learn. So cut down on the disrespect, because I wasn't disrespecting you. Open your ears. God gave you 2 of them. I said he's a system quarterback. He is better than a Sam Darnold, but that is not what I said. I never said he was an elite quarterback. The end.
I don't know if he's an elite quarterback, but I tell you right now, the numbers would say that he's playing like one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And I will say this, you go back to Liam Cohen's system, and again, that's what they're trying to do with hiring Zach Robinson in the first place. You're trying to get Zach Robinson to duplicate that Liam Cohen offense, to get back to Baker Mayfield, where he had 41 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. What you see on the internet is, well, if the Bucs suck, they can fire Licht, they can fire Bowles, they can fire Baker, and they can start all over again. And I'm like, why would you want to do that? Like, why do you want to do that? Tell me, some of you Bucs fans, are you masochist? Are you wanting chaos? Do you want to have a first-round pick every year? Do you want an empty stadium? What do you want?
They want to go back to the 2010s. They want to go back to the 80s and the 90s.
If you don't want Baker Mayfield as your quarterback, this is, you know what? I had to take a little break from the show because of just some of the comments and everything that was going on. And that's not what I'm going to do. That's not what I'm going to say I'm going to do. Let me be clear. I come on this show because I want to give some insight, my opinion, and everybody has one, I have fun with it. I enjoy supporting Peter, and I love all the web heads out there, and it's a lot to talk about. But if you don't want Baker Mayfield, well, who do you want?
Right. Who do you want?
Exactly. And
seriously, all right, Brent, you say you come with facts. I'm looking at your comments. I'm hearing you, brother. But who do you want? First off, I guess the first thing I need to ask, Brent. Hold on, Brent. Are you a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan? Just out of curiosity.
He says he is for 30 years.
Okay, well then, who do you want? Who do you want in this current situation that the Buccaneers have? Who do you want at that price value to what they're going to get? Just kind of curious. I mean, because I would love for you to call into the show. I'd have this debate over the show. I don't like, textbook tough guys. Come on, call the show and explain your prowess and what you're trying to explain to us.
Internet gangster.
Well, I want to go down the list here, Brent. Would you rather have Jameis Winston at this point? Were you a Jameis Winston fan?
Hey, don't ask me that question, because I was a Jameis Winston fan.
I mean, I think we all were fans, but here's the thing that basically doomed him. The fact that first, behind door number 2 was Tom Brady. Second, he could never cut the turnovers down. He was what he was. The Bucs gave him every opportunity to be successful with with this team. So he wasn't able. You want Josh McCown? Do you want Bruce Gronkowski? Do you want? Let's go back. Do you want Mike Glennon? Do you want Josh Freeman?
Did you have to say that name?
No, I'm saying you want Napoleon.
No, you know exactly.
Do you want Mike Glennon, Napoleon Dynamite? Is that who you want as your quarterback? Is that who you want? Josh Freeman. Do you want him as a quarterback? Brian Greasy, Jeff Garcia. Who do you want?
I'll take Jeff Garcia. You know what? Because you want to know the truth? Baker Mayfield is Jeff Garcia 2.0. Same exact quarterback.
I think Baker's a lot better.
Same exact style of quarterback. Can't see above the offensive line. Uses the elusiveness to get around. Not afraid to make the throws. Not afraid to tuck the ball and run. Jeff Garcia was a hell of a quarterback. Do not sell that man short. He was really good.
I'm not saying Brian Greasy. Do you want him?
We made the playoffs with Jeff Garcia, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Who do you want? Brad Johnson was good. He won a Super Bowl. Do you want him back? I mean,
yeah, he wasn't elite, but we won a Super Bowl with him.
I mean, it's like you need an elite quarterback. Since when? You need a running game. You need a defense at this
Sam
point. You need a quarterback to make throws, to make all the throws. Why is Baker get so much hate besides the fact of, well, he turns over the ball and he's this and he's that. People look at the stats. Well, he's 27 and 24. So, okay, so it's on one player. It's not on the entire organization and the entire team. It's on one player at this juncture. That's what we're talking about when it comes to overall record for this team. I didn't know it came down to one player that decided everything at all time. Like Tom Brady never needed another wide receiver, didn't need a running back, didn't need a top 10 defense, which we know are lies, but he's still the greatest of all time. But he didn't need all those components. He didn't need an offensive line. He just went out there and slanged the ball all around without getting any blocking, without getting help at all. Oh, my God. I just – wow.
One of the reasons Tom Brady came to the Buccaneers is because when he left New England, he didn't have any damn receivers, and he was getting frustrated. That was one of the reasons. The other reason, because him and Belichick had a bad, relationship at that point, and Belichick was ready to get rid of him.
Right.
But he didn't have the receivers that he wanted in New England. He went to Tampa, where we had
Shane Falco. That's a good one.
With us. And then he add along Antonio Brown and Gronkowski. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he was able to get the weapons that he wanted the year before that he didn't have in New England. And then also this, though, if all these Baker fans, they don't understand. This is what they don't understand. Just like Hilary said, he was a system quarterback. He is a system quarterback. Even when he made the playoffs in Cleveland, what was it, 2020 or 2021? What year was that when they made the playoffs for Cleveland? But anyway.
Yeah, well, Brady 2020, 2021, 2022.
So they had, if I'm not mistaken, Cleveland had the best running game in the league that year, right? And they had a good defense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when he made the playoffs with us, and what was it, 2024, with Liam Cohen as offensive coordinator, we were able to run the ball. He had a decent defense, but that's the formula to win with Baker. And a lot of these guys they're just blowing smoke up everybody's ass. They don't know football. If you watch Baker over the last couple of years, if you study this game, you understand. Yes, he's a system quarterback, but when he has the pieces in place, he can play pretty good. Because even that year in Cleveland, they damn near beat the Chiefs.
Can play all. He can make all the throws. Can run. Has some athleticism. Makes some fantastic third and fourth down conversions. And look at him in the fourth quarter last year. Any Bucs fan saying they didn't like that first half of the year with Baker Mayfield basically standing on his head, putting the team on his back in Atlanta, in Houston, on primetime games. Don't tell me he can't win on primetime. He beat Houston last year on primetime. Trevor, thanks a lot for the call. Use the second one.
Trevor.
Trevor,
yes, sir.
Somebody.
You take care, man. Thanks for the call.
Yes.
Hey, Peter, I want to invite a special guest on. It's Brent O'Neill, 7267. Do me a favor, bud. Come from behind that keyboard. Dial that phone number. It's right there. Well, it's not on the bottom of the screen. Here, you can do it. Pick up the phone. Dial 727. Go ahead, Peter.
Oh, 727-255-0391.
A little slower so he can understand it.
727. Well, Brent's called before.
I want him to call again. Come on, Brent.
255-0391.
Seriously.
He's a Baker hater.
It's okay if he's a Baker hater. I want to hear the reasons. That's all. I don't want to read them. I want him to call and offer his opinion. Please, come on, buddy. Come on. The water's warm.
Let me read these comments here from these guys. Tim Haynes says, good evening, Peter Blake. Good evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Brian here, what's the name on the TikTok? The name on TikTok is pblake1003. I believe that's what it is right there. We'll get back to the comments in a moment. Let's go out to one of our favorite webheads here. Let's go out to Alex. Alex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome to the evolution.
Hey, I have something to say before I got something good to say. First of all, I just want to say, like I always say, God bless everyone. God bless the community.
Yes.
But God bless Harry the Greek. Good to see you back. How are you doing, my friend?
Hang on. I think I need another drink. He's calling it. Here we go.
Hey, look. Hey, before I talk about the Bucs real quick, I gotta ask the Greek tonight. How about them Chicago White Sox?
Buddy, that you know what? They brought up 12 players this year from the minors. All 12 have contributed. They don't know how to really lose. They don't realize how good they are as a young team. And I think they're a year ahead of schedule, and it's actually really refreshing. How about them White Sox, and how about them Rays?
Well, there you go. Exactly.
I don't know about the Rays right now. We're struggling, but we're surviving.
Well, you're struggling at the right time because the New York Yankees have lost all their bats, and they only have a couple of pitchers on the lineup right now.
True.
Still the best starting rotation in baseball, in my opinion, because they've given up the fewest amount of runs, or second fewest amount of runs in baseball. They're pretty deadly, but they definitely going to need some sticks because they're hurting.
And who knows? Maybe the Rays will need a bat. Maybe the Rays will need another pitcher. But that pitching matchup on
pitching
Wednesday
has been, our
Shohei versus Shane McClanahan. Get your popcorn ready for that. That's a day game.
Looking good.
Yeah,
that's right. The White Sox are playing the Yankees. First game's going to be Garrett Cole.
That's why I mentioned that, because I'm like,
and Davis Martin and Garrett Cole.
The Yankees this week.
Yes. Yep. Wow. I'm getting a text message here. Oh, we're gonna have to get this guy on, but hopefully he doesn't talk about what he always talks about on this show. So we'll see.
Hey, but real quick, I just want to talk about that last call about the Bucs and the position that we're in. Listen, the Bucs are not in a position. Everyone's sitting here talking about get rid of Todd Bowles, get rid of Jason Licht, let Baker Mayfield go. Listen. Harry the Greek said something. I'm so glad to see you back in the chat, or to see you back on the sports web, Greek. I
got to ramp it up. It's coming up to season time.
What was that?
I said I have to ramp it back up a little bit. It's coming up to regular season coming up soon. Preseason. Yeah, I got to dip my toes in the water.
Every week, ask Peter. He'll tell you. I'm like, I missed the Greek.
Where's the Greek? Where's Harry at? Is he mad at you? Has he left the show? None of those things are happening.
I literally asked him just like 2 days ago. Did he leave the show? I just asked about you.
We will have an announcement if somebody leaves the show. Nobody's leaving the show. You're all staying here. That's it. It's over with.
But anyway, just real quick. Listen, that defense looks good. That offensive line is going to come back extremely healthy. I've been mentioning it, Peter, the past couple of weeks, that this is not a position where the Bucs have a race. I can't believe fans are even sitting here talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, this defense looks 10 times better. The Greek said so himself that when the Bucs hit the draft, hit mostly all defense, that's what they did. And listen, I just want to come on here real quick to say, for all the fans out there talking about this reset, like what? At minimum, this is still very much a division-winning team, besides maybe the Panthers, who are going to always be our tough task, in my opinion, based off where they're at. But listen, for all those fans sitting there saying this is a reset mode, nah, I don't think we're there. Listen, talking about the contract real quick, I'll get out of here.
Yep.
Talking about Baker. I said so. I think he's a $50 million a year quarterback. I think you give him 3 years, nothing more than 3 years. Do not do nothing more than 3 years.
Well, let me ask you this, Alex, since you're already giving your opinion about that, and I'm just kind of curious what you would do. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in a position right now to try to sign him to a multi-year deal.
Right.
If they wait to the end of next year, that's telling me that the ownership and management thinks that this team is not as good as what they're showing. So therefore, if he doesn't have the year, then if they were going to be able to retain him, they're going to pay him less money. But let's just hypothetically say they don't sign him in the preseason, before preseason starts, and they go throughout the year and Baker balls. And all of a sudden he balls so much, he falls out of, he's not, the management's not going to fall in love with him because of the fact of how much money it's going to cost him. What do you do? What do the Buccaneers do in that instance if that happens?
I have a perfect answer to that, and I'll get out of here for the night. But as always, I appreciate you guys giving the opportunity to call in. That's such a tough question to ask, because the good Baker that doesn't come out here and commit over 20 interceptions is worth, in my opinion, $50-60 million a year. But do you get that 20 interception Baker Mayfield. That interception
He's
that
literally
ended
thrown
the season to Mike Evans.
He's literally thrown not 20 interceptions in his career being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Literally,
he hasn't. Well, let me ask you this: let's say he throws 35-7. He takes the Bucs on the deep run. What are you paying him then?
You're going to pay him worth more than $50 million because that's just the risk he took. But if I'm the Glazers,
who do you give up?
I'm giving him $50 million a year now because I just think he's still worth at minimum $50 million a year. Sign him now, 3 years, nothing more than 3 years, because regardless of what, you name me one better option that's out there right now in the market. If you let Baker Mayfield go after this year, give me a better quarterback that's out in the market better than Baker Mayfield.
I can name 8 other quarterbacks that are better than. Hold on, I can name 8 other quarterbacks that are better than Baker Mayfield, but it's going to cost you more than the $50 million a year. Like if you were listening earlier in the show, I said Baker's not your top elite quarterback in the league. He's not in that top tier, but he's definitely not in the bottom. He is a really, really good system quarterback who can make all the throws. He can make plays with his feet. He's got a lot of knocks on him, but let's not forget, he was the number 1 overall draft pick. He had success in Cleveland, okay? And then all of a sudden, everything went to hell in a handbasket due to injuries. But if they go the entire season without paying him and he balls out, I promise you the Buccaneers are going to be finding a journeyman quarterback and drafting one because they won't be able to afford it.
I'm going to say this and I'll go. If Baker, you mark my words, if Baker balls out and the Bucs don't pay him before training camp or his quote deadline, which by the way, his quote deadline, I think is a little bit aggressive on Baker's end because at the end of the day, the Bucs did give him the opportunity to reamp his career, which no other team did give him. But I get it. It's about money, and that's what he's about. I get it. But wait. I'm going to say this. I'm out of here. But if the Bucs do not pay him and he balls out, mark my words, he will either become a Ram or he will go somewhere to a way better team, make way more money, and the Bucs will take the loss.
Yep.
And it's gonna hurt for years to come. You mark my words. Hey guys,
it's not the point of losing them.
I appreciate you guys.
Not a problem, man. You take care, Alex. Stay good, man.
All right.
Hey, and for all the people that they like, for instance, Child of Israel. By the way, thanks for tuning in. This is just a reset of quarterback. That's all we want. Look, dude, it's you're the minority that is saying this. This is maybe what you want and a couple of other people, but what other quarterback? Call into the show.
Please.
Call the show, please, because I don't want to argue with you. I just want to hear with what God gave me over here exactly why.
All right, let's go out to Curtis. Curtis, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with Harry the Greek here on a Monday night. What's on your mind, boss?
I don't know what we're waiting on. I don't know what we're waiting on.
What are we waiting on?
What's up, brother?
You should have been paid the guy. He showed you what he can do when he has a healthy team.
Right. 41-16. By the way, 26-11 is not bad.
Maybe the Bucs don't. Maybe the management don't think that this team is all that in a bag of chips.
I tell you what, Harry. Did you see how terrible C.J. Stroud looked last year at the end of the season?
Yes, I did. With that offensive line and with that defense.
Yep. Now, what do you think Baker Mayfield would have did with that defense?
Oh, please. He would have been bacon.
Well, third and 29 or 3rd and 28 wouldn't have happened, and then you wouldn't have 4th and 14 happen. 3rd and 20 was it 3rd and 29, 3rd and 28? I don't know what it was.
I have to tread lightly.
Well, first off, you have a head coach. First off, you have a head coach that's not going to put your quarterback and your offense in those kind of positions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're going to run the ball first. You're going to play defense, and they're going to play it close to the vest. And a quarterback like Baker, for every opportunity he's going to get, run. Oh, you're going to let me pass if I see them sneaking up. Trust me, it's going to be very successful.
Mm-hmm.
And people also forget the whole damn team was banged up last year.
Yeah. Especially offensively. That's why I'm questioning what this offense is going to look like. I mean, everybody's saying that, Chris Godwin, he's going to be the number one wide. That's fine, but can he play like a wide receiver one? Don't tell me he can.
Right.
Say I pray that he can, because this man has suffered really bad injuries.
2 years removed from a major injury. Now, listen, hold on a minute. I want to give you the quarterbacks that are free agents in 2027 as of right now. Here's your list. You ready? Matt Stafford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Tua, Deshaun Watson.
God bless you. You said Tua?
Tua, yeah. Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, and Justin Fields. Yeah.
What about them?
Those are the free agents. Those are the free agent quarterbacks that Bucs fans want to move on.
Number one.
Right there.
Hold on. Number one. Stafford is going to retire before he leaves the Rams.
All right.
Stafford's not even going to finish the season next year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why they drafted Ty Simpson in the first place, by the way.
Number two, Kyler Murray.
Yes.
If Kyler Murray doesn't have a good season this year,
yeah,
he is going to be another Justin Fields.
Well, and then consequently, Justin Fields is on that list. So Bucs fans will go, I want Kyler Murray. Oh, I want Justin Fields.
Everybody knows this is Aaron Rodgers last year.
He's done, right?
I thought he was done 3 years ago.
I feel like the only reason he came back is because Mike McCarthy came to Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I don't think, and
he had Mike McCarthy fired. You know that, right?
If he came to Pittsburgh, I think he would have retired.
Okay. Well, just to let you know, he had Mike McCarthy fired out of.
How is that not going to be a disaster? By the way, everybody's like, "Oh, that's going to be a great thing."
Well,
how is that not going to be a disaster?
He had some of his best years under McCarthy.
Okay. All right.
I guess everybody's missed the fact that I said he had McCarthy.
He had McCarthy, right? No, I didn't miss it, but I get it. They have Michael Pittman Jr. and they have DK Metcalf.
Here's the thing, and Harry, you're a Bears fan. You've been dealing with Rodgers for years. We all know Rodgers is a dick.
Oh yeah. Da, 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 da.
Let's go back.
Hey, in the words of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as a person, he's a steaming, stinking piece of monkey. Exactly.
I had to use it. I'm sorry. I had to use it. That's great, Curtis. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for
Curtis, you're all right, man. I don't care what Peter says about you, bro.
What are you talking? I never say anything bad about Curtis.
Oh, Curtis, call me sometime, Curtis. I'll fill you all in on it, bro.
He's a damn liar at this point. You know what? He's suffering from the early onset of dementia. Okay, he's got you.
Well, I want to tell both of you guys. I want to tell both of you guys something.
Oh,
what you got?
Going off subject a little bit, Harry.
Yes, sir.
My son got accepted into North Park College in Chicago.
All right, yeah.
He's going to play football in North Park in Chicago.
Congratulations,
cool.
man.
And I'm taking him and dropping him off on August 7th.
That's awesome.
And he's got a full academic scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. The education comes first.
Yeah. So so now I'm going to be a North Park Vikings fan from Chicago. I'm like, how can you be Vikings in Chicago? What the hell is that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really. I just heard that Vikings in Chicago.
Uh-oh, I don't want to say
that's clearing out the suck right there.
You don't say
it's better. It's better than the Packers.
Well,
talking about Chicago, Pete.
But I'm sorry, going back to what I was saying originally.
Yes.
If you let Baker go, what are your options?
I mean, I got the greatness of.
Are you going to get rid of your draft capital?
You're rebuilding.
Unproven rookie.
You're rebuilding.
You're rebuilding at that point. You're resetting. Bucs fans want to reset. They want to reset to the dark ages. They want an empty stadium. They want number one draft picks. They think that Drake, for every Drake May, there's a guy that comes out and is a bust. It is a crap.
I'm going to do my best Harry the Greek impersonation right now. Okay?
Go for it. Let's hear it.
This one's for you.
All right.
Tua sucks. Michael Penix Jr. sucks. if Bryce Young wouldn't have made the playoffs last year, if the Bucs would have been healthy and Carolina wouldn't have made the playoffs, Bryce Young would have been on a short lease this year.
And a short bus, but go ahead.
He already is short. Who's shorter, Kyler
Trevor
Murray or
Lawrence?
Bryce?
If Trevor Lawrence didn't have Liam Cohen last year, he would have been on that list.
Now that's a quarterback I would take.
Who's that?
Trevor Lawrence.
Good luck.
I can't believe I just said that.
He's not going to Tampa Bay. He's locked into Jacksonville at this point.
I know.
But we know that.
I would take Baker over Trevor. I'm sorry. I would.
Whoever listen, and I'm gonna just say this. I don't feel bad for whatever happens to the Miami Dolphins this year. I like Malik Willis, but he is not a franchise quarterback.
They put him. He finally got it. Listen, this is disappointing, right? So the kid gets all this money. He finally gets an opportunity to start, and he goes to a crap hole like the Miami Dolphins because they get rid of all his weapons. It makes no sense at all. It's
all of them.
Hey, I'm trying to make sure the quarterback fails at this point.
And and last but not least, in the words of the great Harry the Greek, let's make America Greek again. Kirk Cousins is the luckiest freaking turd in American football history.
You got that right, brother.
He got a great agent, man. He's got a great agent.
This should be like, this should go viral.
That should definitely go viral.
Make America Greek again.
America Greek again, but Kirk Cousins has earned his contracts on the Todd Bowles defense.
And listen, you can't be mad at his agent.
I can't.
But Jesus, this guy. Oh God.
Yeah.
Like I wish. Listen, he should. He's so lucky. He should be playing for the Colts because he's probably got a horseshoe up his ass. Okay, this is ridiculous.
I mean, do you think that Baker Mayfield is better than Daniel Jones?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, he's getting paid $44 million.
Yeah.
So there,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Here's the thing: when you have a running back like Jonathan Taylor, and you have an offensive line like the Colts have, it's hard to look. Okay, Daniel Jones went from the Giants to the Colts. Well, he went to Minnesota in between there, whatever.
Right.
But my point is, you went from a dumpster fire like the Giants to the Colts, who are at least trying to put a team together.
Right.
They got some great pieces over there on offense.
Sure.
They got a good offensive line.
Yeah.
And he could sit back there. He could throw the ball. We all know Daniel Jones can throw the ball, and he can use his athleticism. The problem was when he was in New York, he had nothing with him.
Yep.
They traded Saquon Barkley. They traded OBJ. Whatever. Who cares about that guy? Anyway,
he's back.
Malik Neighbors. I think he was gone before Neighbors got there.
Right.
Like who else was there?
I mean, you don't help your quarterback out. You're exactly right. And it's I go back to Bucs fans saying, well, if wide receivers are not healthy and offensive line is not healthy, Baker Mayfield still, he's got to put up those numbers. And I see you right there, Tampa Bay. Ray Kennedy will get out to you into a moment here. But you're exactly right. Those injuries definitely caused chaos last year. The offensive line injuries, wide receiver, running back, even Baker Mayfield was dealing with multiple injuries.
I have one more. I got to ask Harry.
One more.
Before I let you guys go, I'm going to let someone else call in, but I'm going to be watching. If Justin Herbert doesn't do something this year, what the fuck are they going to do? Oh, I'm sorry. I said the F word.
Right.
What are they going to do with him? Because this guy, they have been blowing him up for the last 4 or 5 years. I'm not impressed.
Right.
Not impressed.
Right. Okay.
He can't win. You know what? He can't win the big game.
Justin Herbert is one of those upper tier quarterbacks, believe it or not. The guy's got the arm, he's got the poise, he can hit receivers. I think it's been a coaching issue for him. I think his offensive line has suffered. They've taken a lot of his weapons away. There's a lot of different, there's a lot of unfamiliarity around him. Any team that has a Justin Herbert, in my opinion, will be very blessed because he is that quarterback. He has that it factor. But you're right. What has he done? Because anybody can say that, but
Well, I mean, that's the point of a lot of Bucs fans, right?
Like Harry just said, though, he has all the talent in the world,
right?
But I'm going to say this, and people might not agree with me. They might. My cousin is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. I like Josh Allen. I don't think Josh Allen will ever win a Super Bowl.
He's now that you got DJ Moore up there, he's better than the previous receivers. I'm not going to mention his name.
Definitely.
He's got that it factor. He's going to really ball out for him. But I think the problem with the Buffalo Bills is going to be their defense. They're definitely not going to be challenged offensively.
Well,
absolutely.
There could be a reunion in the mist here with Stephon Diggs going back to the Buffalo Bills. We'll definitely monitor that situation.
If that happens, that would be a catastrophe.
Well, it was a
catastrophe because that guy is an absolute cancer in the locker room.
He is. He absolutely is. Curtis, appreciate the call.
He should be playing in the USFL.
USFL, UFL. All right, Curtis, I appreciate you as always. All right, my friend.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Good stuff. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We'll get out to our comments in a moment. Really quick, when I get out to TikTok here, Izzy says 3 years is crazy. I would say 5 years. So 5 years Izzy has for Baker Mayfield. Let's go out to this guy. Long time I have not heard from him. Here we go.
Acknowledge me.
Well, that's not his thing. This is
Mr. Kennedy.
Best of the Bay right there, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk with the mustache going on there. What's going on, man? Welcome to a Monday night edition of the Evolution.
Brothers, I mean, the fact that we're actually still debating whether Baker deserves a 3 or a 5 year contract is crazy. I mean, it just goes to show that from Tom Brady in 2020 after Winston and 30 for 30, we're a little spoiled here in Tampa Bay. But the truth is, Baker deserves a 5 year contract, but he doesn't deserve to be the highest paid quarterback in the league. And that's because I think it's more of the image that Jason Licht wants to project with the Buccaneers. And it's not that Baker's not as talented as a Joe or as a whomever in the league. The fact is that Baker, I hope, wants to have a team built around him, which is why when he signs for the $11 million or $10 million for the prove it year, 3 year, $33.33 million, he's hat in hand. Him and Emily have had 2 kids down here in Tampa Bay. He loves it, but man, Bake, you gotta still want to put teams around you. And I think Jason Licht wants to project that image that he wants to have a quarterback that's not just about the $60 million a year, but also about putting some tools around him and some weapons around him to continue trying to go for that third Lombardi.
Do you go after Baker now and try to sign him before it costs you too much in case he has a good year? What do you do, Ray?
If Baker's camp is, and I said this on my Cup of Ray on Sunday, if Baker's camp is, if they've dug in the sand, if Baker says, once camp starts in 2 weeks, I'm not going to negotiate anymore, then go ahead and play 2026. We'll see are we going to franchise you, or are we going to, transition tag you, or are we going to give you a contract? But I honestly think the way Baker and Emily starting the family, he came here, the way he likes it here, the way we're willing to build around him. Guys, I truthfully, am I wrong? I truthfully think not that it has to be done before camp, but I think Baker and Jason Licht and the Bucs come to some agreement before we get to July. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I feel.
Yeah, and I think it may come down to this is the way Bucs do business, right? They did it with Luke Gedeke last year. They did it with Zion McCollum. They do it later on in the process. Let me go out to the phone lines here. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
You got Frankie from Wisconsin.
Whoa, Frankie, guys? What's going on? Long time no hear, man. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, I got something original that I want to try here, and I'm thinking I might do a GoFundMe for this. Since it worked for the New York Knicks, I'm thinking I might do a Danhausen uncurse for the Buccaneers. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean,
I say puff, pass.
I know what he's not. Shut up, Aaron. Be quiet.
We can get an undefeated season out of this, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? But again, I want to read these quarterback options to you, Frankie, and everybody else on the panel. Matt Stafford. Of course, we know Baker Mayfield is a free agent. The Bucs could franchise him, but he's still a free agent. Kyler Murray, Tua, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields. What quarterback do you want there? What quarterback do you want to cut, start, and kill? I guess we should stay.
Well, I'd like Deshaun Watson in Tampa. We'll have a lot of massage parlors.
Hang on. Baker,
no, you bring Deshaun Watson to Tampa. Now, come on, guys. Think about this. Right before the game, you got your choice. No waiting lines. Okay, there's going to be all these massage parlors right around Ray J. I mean, how can you possibly go wrong with something like that?
Well, it's not just Harry. It's not just that. It's with all these Woody's Car Shacks, car washes blowing up around here. And
Did you say Woody?
Woody's Car Shack and the Port of Tampa.
Right there.
And the Port of Tampa across the bay there, you have no trouble trying to find a rub and tug type of a sponsorship.
We're getting real.
This is getting really bad.
There you go. That's why we get them on here, guys. All right, Frankie, what else?
I'm telling you, if you're asking me, I'm taking Baker and then I'm looking in the draft. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, who are you looking at in the draft at this point?
Oh, man.
That's what we thought.
I don't know. It's tough.
Sorsby's coming cheap, and he's got no year of eligibility left at Texas Tech, so maybe we can get him.
Is that the kid that got caught gambling?
Yeah.
Man after my own heart. Come on to Tampa, buddy.
Sure,
and bring Deshaun as your backup. We'll have the best of both worlds. A little handicapping show. Hold on. A little rub and tug over there in Tampa. I mean, how can you go wrong, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, Brent, I think Brent would like Sorsby, honestly. I think he would. He's in Texas, by the way, so, who knows?
There you go.
All right, Frankie, what else?
Oh, man. I just want to say I missed you guys.
Missed you too.
We missed you too, buddy.
I listen to the show. I catch highlights here and there.
Thank you.
Especially on IG. Ray, I love you, man. I catch you guys all the time. Catch the highlights. And Mr. Harry Group. I feel sorry, but the Madden curse is going to affect your boy Caleb. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Why did you do that?
Harry, talk about this.
Hera.
He's the Madden 2026 guy. What's going on with Caleb Williams?
That's all right, man. They even put
the Madden curse, man.
Well, the Madden curse hasn't really been in effect the past 7 or 8 years. I don't know what you did. That's old news, buddy.
Well, that's not true. Saquon Barkley has something to say about that.
Yeah, okay. And what about prior to that?
McCaffrey would have something to say about that too.
There's some curses going on.
I don't believe in curses like that, man. Stop.
Speaking of Southside Chicago,
I thought someone was going to ask me about what the Bears were going to do. Are they moving, staying? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? No one's asked me, but that's all right.
No, we're about to ask you in a moment here.
The Knicks would definitely believe in curses after Danhausen took care of that one.
I mean, again, I just can't get over how a team wins after 53 years and the city decides with their fans to destroy the city. I just don't understand it. Just nonsensical to me. Makes no sense.
All right, guys. You guys keep doing all your great work, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you as always. Thanks a lot. All right. I want to get out to all these comments because we have been neglecting the webheads. So let's go ahead and read these comments, and then we'll get back into the Baker conversation. Bucky Irving returns to practice. We can talk about that. Mr. Williams, Hera. Good job tonight. Let's get Baker a good extension. Mr. Williams, yes, it took them 53 years in New York. Good job to my GM. Mr. Louis Lateo right there, Frozen Pirate Podcast.
What do you hear? What do you say? What do you hear?
All right. Thank you very much. A little sketchy there in Fall River. I don't know what that means. Look who it is. It's Baker's spokesman. Oh, look, it's Child of Israel. I wonder who Child of Israel is.
Oy vey.
A Cleveland Browns fan for sure.
Obviously,
I support Israel, so come on, be nice, man.
I just
Easy.
think
I mean, real Israel.
I don't care what I think he's an idiot. So I think I know who he is.
We'll talk about God's chosen people.
All right.
UFC 250. Let's go.
Oh, geez. He abandoned me.
I want to give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Don't start, man. Don't do it.
Are you sure I can't finish the statement?
No. Burn cities down because their team won. There's no excuse for that. They want to complain when their taxes go up because they have to pay for that stuff that they just destroyed. Absolutely. Exactly. Chris Cole, evening, everyone. It's getting closer and closer to training camp. Brent says, what's up, bro? What's up with you? Tim says, ask Harry when the Stadium Bears is going to be. There it is, right there. So your thoughts about this, because lots has transpired in the last couple of weeks about your Chicago Bears. You want to get it off your chest here? You want to talk about your Chicago
It's not
Bears?
really to get it off my chest, and I want to keep it as a three-way because we can bounce this off each other.
Sure.
I mean, everybody wants to now blame the Chicago Bears organization for what's going on, but let's circle back about 5, 6, 7 years. The Bears bought a piece of property in a town called Arlington, which is still in Cook County. A matter of fact, you can see the skyline from Chicago from Arlington Heights. They bought the horse track there with several acres of property. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought that because if something didn't go right in downtown Chicago where they could get, a stadium that holds more than 60,000 people, I said that, okay, in one of the biggest markets in football, then they would be able to move over there. So let's fast forward. They put the plans together. The city of Arlington doesn't want to take care of the infrastructure. Matter of fact, they only wanted to give them a small portion of it. Chicago, the Bears organization says, we'll build the stadium. They wanted a tax deferment. Arlington said, no way. The city of Chicago is going, we're broke. We can't take care of it. That's because they're taking care of other things rather than the things that are important. And then the Bears, the city of Chicago said, Mayor Johnson, the Bears cannot leave the city of Chicago until they pay for the lease that they still owe. Arlington saying no, the city of Chicago saying no, and the state of Indiana went, hey guys, hold my beer. This is what we're going to do. Not only are we going to build you a state-of-the-art facility, we're going to let you lease it for the next 20 years. And after the 20 years is up, we're going to give it to you for $1. Property, stadium, the whole 9 yards. We're going to build you that megaplex so you can host a Super Bowl. Oh, and that tax deferment you want, we're also going to give that to you as well. Just sign here.
Yeah, just sign there. That's it.
Okay.
That's all.
Now, everybody in Chicago wants to blame. You know who you blame, Chicago? Take me to full screen here.
Oh, okay.
When you go to the voting booths and you want to vote for that Mayor Johnson, that idiot, remember this. And that guy, your governor called Pritzker, remember this. You can take me off. But I still don't think they're going to Hammond, Indiana. I really don't. I still think they're going to get a deal done. It's going to be in Chicago. They can't let it happen. But if they do lose them, hey, that's what you get. That is exactly what you get. And let's be honest, it's only a 15-minute drive, 20 minutes from downtown to Hammond, Indiana. Trust me.
Well, Harry, let's be honest. At the end of the day, it's the same thing that's going on in Tampa with this new Rays stadium. It's all about how much is the city and the county willing to commit to the fact that having a Major League Baseball team, in Tampa's example, in the county, or in Chicago's case, having the Bears stay in Chicago proper, how much has it meant to you? And the mayor actually stood up and went, I know you guys are making bank because you guys are getting that revenue. The NFL is continuing to go on Netflix and Prime and Paramount Plus, and they're going to Netflix, and they're going to get the salary cap goes up. So you guys are making your bones everywhere else. How much do you need to rape the citizens or the people, the taxpayers of Chicago? And I don't mean rape, meaning they don't deserve or appreciate having them. But I mean, how much does the NFL have to, how many streaming platforms do you have to go to? How much legalized gambling do you have to go to? How much do you have to spread that wealth out that you continuously have to? And here's the problem, Harry. Indiana, Chicago, or wherever, at the end of the day, season tickets still go up every year. The ticket prices go up every season, every game. So at the end of the day, the teams are getting paid. The cities are trying to figure out who owns them. But at the end of the day, the fans are getting screwed. And that's the reason why, whether it's the Rays or the Bears or the Chiefs in Kansas City, at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, guys, figure out a way to make it right for us.
The fans in Tampa, the fans in Chicago can potentially get screwed because of politics. That's the bottom line. It's because of politics, because funds were always allocated. Let me be clear. The Chicago Bears never said that they didn't want to stay in Chicago. Look, I love the stadium, okay? And it's the second oldest venue in the entire National Football League. I absolutely love it. But you know what I don't like about it, Ray? You can't get to the damn stadium. There's no place to park. It's the most miserable place to try to go see the football game. But when you're actually into the stadium, let me tell you something. It's a beautiful venue, in my opinion. A lot of people will disagree with me. So they do need to do something and upgrade it. But don't wait to the last minute and say, Let your beloved team, who's been around since the inception of football, just walk out and say, I'm going to cross the border to go over Hammond, Indiana. Either way, I'll still be a fan. But I still think they're going to get a deal done in Chicago or over in Arlington.
I think the problem is the fact that the NFL just sits back and Roger Goodell just sits back and is like, I'm going to stay quiet on this because at the end of the day, but no, they have to, Harry, because it's about the Hallis or the Hallis family and the money because Roger Goodell works for 32 NFL owners. I get that, but at the end of the day, again, the fans are the ones that make the NFL a great sport. The fans are the ones that make this a pliable, economical type of venture. At the end of the day, the fans are getting screwed. So as the teams and the cities and the counties and the states are trying to figure out who gets paid or what, or gets the kickbacks and the extra monies, at the end of the day, I'm still paying full price for preseason tickets. So at the end of the day, I think, you know what? Tell me when you got it worked out.
You know what? I just want to give you one more example. And I don't ever like to compare two franchises. You have the Tampa Bay Rays in one hand, and you have the Chicago Bears in the other hand. There is no comparison. Okay. And I'm not trying to downplay the Tampa Bay Rays. They're getting a much better deal than the Bears were going to.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Are you kidding me? I mean, who wouldn't love to have that franchise within their own city? It's just mind blowing to me. I mean, there are major markets out there that don't have a football team. Let an MLB team, and then you're just going to let one walk out the door because I don't feel like helping them. And they weren't even wanting everything. They were willing to pay for half, if not the whole stadium. That's the whole thing that's just mind-blowing.
I know, you're right. You got
all because of a tax deferment. Why? Because it costs $25 friggin' to get a pack of cigarettes in the city limits. Hey guys, wake up, people, because it's coming to a town near you. Okay, New York, Chicago, Cleveland, L.A. I can keep going on and on and on and on and on.
Nashville, Montreal.
You can't.
Here we go.
You can't live in these cities anymore. It's outrageously priced. But you know what? It's because of politics, nothing else.
All right, good stuff, passionate stuff from you guys when it comes to the stadium, and we'll see how both stadium situations work out. If you want to talk about this, open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391 to update the score right now. Rays up 2-0 over the Dodgers. And flies to I think Junior Caminero had a double there. I'm trying to get it on my TV.
And don't forget Nick Martinez on the bump tonight. Nick Martinez has been literally probably one of the biggest surprises and bright spots for the Rays in 2026. Martinez, the veteran, comes in here. He loves pitching in the Trop because he loves the climate control. He's dominating. And now out there in LA against the Dodgers, if Nick can pull this out tonight, we can go 2 for 2 the last 2 nights, and the Yankees can lose to the White Sox tomorrow, Harry, then the Rays are back in first place. Let's go.
That's going to be a tough game, man. Garrett Cole against Davis Martin. Boy, that's going to be a tough one.
It is going to be tough at this point. I'm still trying to find the game, so just excuse me here. I'm going to go back out to the comments in just a moment as I cannot find the game. So let's go out to Brent here. The Bucs will bring Baker, and Peter will say, I told you so, laugh out loud. Josh Allen is way better than Baker Mayfield. Yet again, those numbers are very comparable. And also, Josh Allen has got his coach fired and has more turnovers at this point than Baker Mayfield. Go ahead, Alex. Welcome to the Evolution.
I'm about to start a riot.
Hey, don't start the riot. No riots.
First and foremost, I'm about to do it. First and foremost, St. Pete is a bad location. St. Pete is a bad location.
Okay.
It belongs in Tampa. Tampa or Kick Rocks down the road. Someone, even if MLB has to write that check, they will not leave Tampa, not St. Pete. Tampa.
I agree. I think it's going to end up in Tampa. I know how Ray feels. I love.
No, Pete. I'm telling you right now. Alex Davis calling to try to fight. I'm telling you, this team. I understand geographically. Mermaids and manatees and Tampa. I understand geographically why the team belongs in Tampa. But the problem I have is that 6 months ago, Ron DeSantis called Zalupski and said, look, I can give you 100 acres at $10 an acre for 99 years, and we can put you in Tampa, and guess what? We'll get the citizens and the county taxpayers in Hillsborough to pay $1 billion to build a stadium because they're so desperate to prove that the Rays belong in Tampa. And I say, screw that. No, screw that. You could give the Rays, Alex, give the Rays 100 acres, let them develop, because Zalupski and Dreamfinders and Cosgrove, that's what they do. Give them the 100 acres. But to ask the citizens and the taxpayers of Hillsborough County to pay $1 billion to let them go through the next 5 years of $5.5 billion development, putting money in their pocket, that's the bad deal. So I want the Rays in Tampa Bay. I think Tampa's where they belong. But at the end of the day, the only deal I've seen that works is the deal that put in a gas plant with the county, the city, and the team playing 3-3-3 and going there.
It doesn't work.
Hear this question.
It doesn't work unless if you're a developer, it doesn't work because we already had Hines. Hines was already hired. So Zalupski and Cosgrove was already out of it. So developer doesn't work. So yeah, it doesn't work, Pete, because the 2 of the 3 team owners are now the developers. So it doesn't, Hines Group doesn't work in this deal. I get that. But at the end of the day, you're still asking the Hillsborough County taxpayers to pay $1 billion. They're going to make money on the development. They're going to make money on the teams. They're going to make money on all the condos and the apartments. And they're still to come down to $100 million in CIT funds. Bullshit.
Okay, well,
wait. I want to say this, and I'll get out of here.
Hold on. No,
I want to say this, then I'll get out of here.
Alex,
go ahead, Alex.
Hold on, Alex.
I want to say this.
Ray,
let me say one thing.
Ray and Alex, hold on for a moment. All right. First and foremost, the St. Pete deal didn't work because
why?
Stu didn't want it to work.
Because Stu didn't want it, because Stu's an investor and he didn't have a fortune.
It didn't work.
It was a bad deal.
It wasn't a bad deal, Alex. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, easy now. Easy.
Alex, don't be an asshole. It wasn't a bad deal. It wasn't a bad deal compared to what they might be able to make with all the development over there.
Ray.
Sorry.
Enough with the cursing. Enough. It's
My bad.
Not going to do anything, okay? The reason why it didn't work is because the Rays weren't giving as much as they are now. That's why it's a better deal.
They're giving more now, but they're raping the city and the county, and the state's giving $150 million from education to move a college. Over here in Tampa, it was just going to build a stadium. How are they getting less now over there than they were here?
They're putting more money. They're going to.
Am I stupid?
Back in the long.
36 years.
One thing, and I'm out of here, Peter.
Alex, I retire next Friday. 35 years I've worked for the city of Pinellas Park. Don't tell me how government works. Go ahead.
I want to say one thing. I'm out of here.
Go ahead.
The reason why St. Pete was let me talk. I've listened to you. The reason why St. Pete was a bad deal was because Stu was going to rip us from that land deal. And that's the only reason that deal was going to go through. Now, let me finish. I'm out of here.
Go ahead, finish.
You're bitching about taxpayers. I don't hear a word that the Bucs want from same said tax, who taxpayers already gave money to. They want $500 million for renovations, and guess what? Not a word. Not a word.
They're going to ask for it because
they don't want to ask for it because they're the biggest dick in town. Hey, Alex, I make my wife
end the call.
Do you want to?
I make my wife go ooh when we have sex. Am I going to ask her if I'm the guy who dominates her?
Stop. It's over.
Come on. Do you want to keep the baseball team because it's not going in St. Pete? It's not staying in St. Pete. I
didn't say that, but they're not going to stay in Tampa if they don't come back to the table with a better deal.
Listen, you had nothing to say. You had no. You had
really. You think taking $150 million and getting a CIT and getting all? You think all that's going to work?
Yes. You want to keep the Major League Baseball team, all the money that you're going to get back in all those 30 years.
From 10 million unique visitors. 10 million unique visitors when we're not going to get 2.4 million unique.
Baseball team. Do you want them to go to Orlando because they're not staying?
No, I don't want them to. But if Ken Babby's plan was to do this is my deal or take it or leave it, then go to Orlando because this is not a deal that we want. We want a deal that's fair. Peter,
what do you mean want this deal you want? It's a deal that you always wanted. What are you talking about? You get.
Let me finish.
The Major League Baseball team. No, you've talked enough. You've cursed enough. You came on this show like a freaking idiot at this point. And there's no reason for it. I get the passion. I get that. And I get it, the fact that you want to keep them in St. Pete. But listen, it has not worked out. We have gone through this over and over again for the last 15 to 20 years on how they should stay in St. Pete. And they're not going to stay in St. Pete. And I'm going to tell you why they're not going to stay in St. Pete. Because first and foremost, they didn't have good enough ownership to make them stay in St. Pete. Second, they want to screw them over with that deal, which you stay silent.
That wasn't a bad deal.
That was a bad deal. It was
third.
Major League Baseball made Stu Sternberg sell the team because the deal was bad.
Peter, they made Stu Sternberg sell the team because the better example, Peter.
Ray, they made him sell the team because he's a bad businessman, and you turned your head and coughed for so many years on how Stu Sternberg is a great owner. He's a shitty owner, and you know it. You turn the other way if they were in St. Pete. And now that the other shoe is on the foot when it comes to Tampa, and the Rays are actually coming halfway or coming more than halfway.
They're coming halfway? Oh, my God. What happened since I left at 4 o'clock today? They didn't come halfway.
When had they come halfway in the first?
They haven't come a quarter of the way. They're like, it's this way or the highway.
You stayed silent for 20 years when Stu Sternberg was holding that community.
Because we were winning wild cards.
Who cares? They were in St. Pete. That's the reason why you stayed silent. That's why a lot of people in St. Pete have stayed silent. But you didn't say anything about Stu keeping that community hostage. You didn't say anything about that team and that organization not paying anything.
We weren't Peter, we're still playing here today. How are we hostage? We're playing next week at Tropicana Field. How are we hostage? We're enjoying baseball. We're hostage.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a break. Hey, you know what? Can I get my credentials back so I can mute both of you guys for 1 second?
I mean, honestly,
okay, just make me full screen. Take you both off just for a second, okay? Let me get on here just for a second.
Go for it. Go for it.
Just a little passion, a little heat. It's okay. You know, I mean, it's what happens. Ray's very passionate about the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't think Pete's really understanding of what's Ray's saying. I don't think Ray's understanding what Pete's saying. So let me be the guy in the middle from what I understand. Pete thinks that Ray wants the Rays to stay in St. Pete. Ultimately, that's what he wants. But Ray's saying he just wants the Tampa Bay Rays to stay in the Tampa Bay area. Ray doesn't like the fact for the amount of money that's going to be on the tax burden for the public. A lot of people aren't seeing it that way. So when both of my colleagues come back on, we're going to change the subject. So I'd like to invite back to the show the host and one of the co-hosts. Please come on back. Hey, guys, see, wasn't that much nicer?
I guess.
So what's going on with Bucky Irving? By the way, what's going on with Bucky Irving, gentlemen?
I'm just read the comments at this juncture.
No, really, I need to know what's going on with Bucky Irving.
I'm going to go and read these comments really quick because I've been neglecting these guys. But again, I mean, I'm just going to laugh when they go. I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to laugh when they go to Tampa because this deal has been done.
Again, we're done with that. I thought we were talking comments.
We're done with it. We're done with it when I want to be done with it. Lamar Jackson will be a free agent after the 27 season. Bucs should pursue him or draft a quarterback next offseason. You'd be the same guy that would sit here and say the guy can't stay healthy and has not won a postseason game. He has not won a postseason game. As good as he's been, he also got a coach fired, John Harbaugh. So everybody saying the grass is greener on the other side at this juncture is the reason why you continue to fail when it comes to quarterbacks. That if you guys were the general managers, you would fail miserably at wanting quarterbacks. Seriously.
Peter, is it confluxing that the fact that the Bucs before Winston in 2015, we went a decade trying to find just the right guy. And Peter, you guys were talking earlier before I joined the show. You mentioned Mike Greasy. You mentioned all the quarterbacks who went through. Those guys, Brian Greasy, those guys all had a chance of being successful, but it was right place, right time. But the fact that you've got Baker Mayfield here and it's the right time. Jason Light's putting the right team together. The big question is, do you pay him Joe Burrow money or do you pay him? I mean, at the end of the day, does he deserve Joe Burrow money? What he means to this franchise? Probably so. But Jason Licht, your GM, he's going to make that decision. But I mean, it's crazy that Bucs fans were still sitting there trying to mince out whether Baker should get the next contract. When you guys remember, we went a decade without even having a guy we could call the quarterback under the center position.
I think there's a big time situation here where they're going to have to figure it out. What number is it going to be? It's going to be 50 million or over. Where is that number at this point? Where's the compromise? Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you calling from? Welcome to the Evolution.
It's Stu Sternberg.
What? What's going on, y'all?
It's Stu saying he's not going to pay for anything. Everybody's like,
because he's so cheap.
He never paid for anything, and nobody had anything to say about it. Everybody was crickets when it came to Stu Sternberg because he was the greatest owner of all time. He was a shitty owner, always been a shitty owner, and all I heard was,
"Hey, can I say something?"
Go for it. Say it.
Can we quit all the baseball bickering, please, and let's get back to some football?
I guess so, man. I guess so.
I think that's the call of the night.
Go ahead, Brian.
I'm not.
Go ahead,
Brian.
Ford.
We're never talking stadium on this show again. If anybody talks stadium, you're fucking banned.
I didn't bring it up. Remember, I didn't bring it up.
Did you just use the F? Is it after 10 o'clock?
I did say it. You're effing banned.
Is it after 10?
All this talk about Baker and money and deals and stuff like that, I'm just gonna say, just let all that stuff just play out. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we do need a captain of the ship, and we do need a whole bunch of shipmates that are healthy, including Baker, to run that ship.
I agree.
I tell you what, on that caller,
if we have a completely healthy team, are we successful?
Well, caller, who's your 3 captains for 2026? Who's your 3 captains for this Buccaneers team going into this season?
My 3 captains, I would say Tristan.
Yeah. Okay, I would say Tristan. I'd say Baker Mayfield, and I think there's a possibility.
Winfield.
Okay.
Oh, that might be your 3 right there. I mean, that could be your 3 right there. But Baker Mayfield's in your top 3, right?
And
you already gave 3.
Yaya Diaby. Just forget, or Baines.
Lamar, I appreciate it. What else, buddy?
Yeah. So let's stop talking crazy.
Oh, that's what we do. That's what we do on this show, my friend. We talk crazy. We say some things that hurt people's feelings. I'm sorry. If this hurts your feelings, turn it off. If it's not what you want,
my feelings aren't not hurt.
Okay.
I'm just, you guys are bickering about baseball, and we're supposed to be talking about football.
I'm just keeping the same energy. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
You guys are bickering about baseball.
I am just over the stadium situation. I can't wait till it happens so I can just say, I told you also. That's it.
If as long as Babby and the team comes back with a better deal, then that's going to happen. It'll be in Tampa.
Hey, we're going back to baseball because everybody wants
saying that deal better get better. That deal better get better.
Here's my last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm happy to be back visiting with you guys. It's been a while because I've been going to college. Ray, I do appreciate you doing your hikes and walks around the stadium and shooting the shit with everyone early in the morning.
I'm a loser. Go ahead.
Eric Greek, I'm happy to see you back on the show.
Thank you, sir. It's really nice. I thought you were going to say thank you for taking care of my car, but it's okay.
All right, man. I appreciate the call, dude.
All right. Aloha, gentlemen.
All right. Good stuff. I would just say this. Anybody has the stadium deal, what Stu was going to put out last year?
More. Are we still talking about baseball?
Stop this. Let's stop this. Peter.
I'm just saying, like, nobody said anything about Stu paying for anything. Stu's never paid for nothing. He expected the whole community.
The next person that talks about baseball, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Not
Peter, let me ask you.
But you're gonna have to do 20 push-ups and 10 Hail Marys.
I'm gonna change something. Peter, what's your prediction?
When can you do 20 push-ups? You.
Oh, I want to see.
Me, I could do 20 push-ups in my sleep. Are you serious?
Yeah, but then the next day you're going to be like, I can't move for 3 weeks. Harry, bring me some muscle relaxers.
Hey, Pete, my wife's leaving this week. You bring Alexander and you over here, and Harry will come across the street. We'll have a push-up, sit-up challenge across here, and we'll talk stadium.
Oh my God!
But Peter, I still haven't got your prediction for the Buccaneers record in 2026. You've seen the schedule.
I'm going to hold off on it. I'm holding off on it. I
really?
Would say 10 to 11 wins at this juncture. Yes. We'll see how it goes. All right.
I'd rather talk Giants football at this point.
I'd rather
Caleb Williams on Madden 2026.
I was stuck right there.
I'd rather shoot heroin in my eyes than
I will never settle for
Michael Jackson.
Josh Allen never had Mike Evans or Godwin. Who cares? Again, it does not matter what we say about Baker Mayfield. You still want the other quarterback. And I hope that Baker does perform. But if he doesn't, and you do get what you want, I hope that he absolutely sucks to the highest power of a quarterback, because you deserve a quarterback that absolutely, completely sucks. And I mean, literally sucks. You don't deserve a mediocre quarterback. You don't deserve.
How bad are they?
Quarterback. You deserve a losing quarterback that throws interception after interception after interception. I've just had enough of Brent.
Peter, can I go ahead and finish with this? I want to remind everybody out here, there are 32 teams in the NFL. Every year, there are 32 teams whose quarterbacks are the ones that'll take them to the prom. Well, except for the Minnesota Vikings. They're trying to figure out it was Kyler Murray and JJ. But, I mean, at the end of the day, every year, your quarterback is the one that'll take you. Realize that if the thinking out here, everybody feeling that this is the deal that should be it, then every year we'd have 32 entries into the Hall of Fame there before the season starts, because every year that'd be the thing about the sport in the NFL itself is that you have 32 quarterbacks, but every year there'll only be 3 great quarterbacks, maybe 2 fantastic, and if you're lucky, there's 1, Tom Brady. But yet you put the team together, you put 53 guys in the locker room, you put your defense, the offense, your pressure, your running game, your wide receivers, and you go. And at the end of the day, Baker Mayfield is a $50 million a year quarterback to make your team go. But yet, what is he asking above that? And what's the length of the contract he's asking for? That's where your questions are coming into why Baker and Jason Licht haven't already agreed to a contract extension moving forward.
But Ray, we don't know if it's over $50 million a year. We don't even know what.
I mean, I think it's got to be under. It's got to be over $50 million because the quarterback.
We can speculate what it's going to be. I mean, he came in here on a very, very, very minimal deal. He might not be expecting as much. Who knows? Maybe Jason Licht and the ownership is trying to lowball him like they did when they originally got him to come here. And maybe he's finding that insulting. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe Baker's being unreasonable. And that's what makes these shows so interesting, because we don't know, and all we can do is speculate. Peter, I love you, brother. I am going to go watch the rest of this Rays baseball game. I'm going to go ahead and have another little Blanton's, and
don't forget Sugar Shane McClanahan on the bump against Shohei Ohtani on Wednesday night. So you got tonight versus Dodgers, tomorrow night, and then Wednesday night. Look forward to that. Let's get 3 from these Dodgers. Let's sweep them.
Let's just all have a really good evening. Peter, I really appreciate you having me on again. We're going to have to fix my credentials with StreamYard. I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Other than that, it's not a big deal. Brent, even though you're kind of weird, with your comments, I don't know what it was, but just know it's much love. And to everybody that's out there, thanks a lot for tuning in. But I'm going to bounce. Deuces, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. See you later, Harry the Greek. Appreciate the time as always. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, you want to go watch the game?
I'm good for a minute. I won't talk stadium. I'll just be with you, brother.
Please. No stadium talk at all.
No stadium.
Okay. Dave, Brent, the numbers don't lie. Baker and Josh numbers are pretty much the same over the last 3 years, and overrated. Allen got $55 million. Baker makes $25 million. Brent again, Dave, numbers don't mean nothing. He had 1 good season with the Bucs, and that's why it looks like that. Yeah, 1 good season with the Bucs. I get it. But he choked in every day in a diehard game. Dave, finally the Greek has come back to the sports web. Brent again, Josh Allen was 12 seconds away from a Super Bowl, but did not win the Super Bowl, okay? Didn't win the Super Bowl, 12 seconds away, didn't win the Super Bowl. And guess what? To your fact, it was not on the defense. It was on Josh Allen. So Josh Allen failed. There you go. All right, let's go out to Mr. Let's see.
Acknowledge me.
Mr. Roger Sue, go ahead.
Roger.
That's right. Travel Troll in the house.
Yes.
All right. Tampa Bay Ray, loving the stash, new attitude. Talk about bringing the passion, brother.
Roger, love you, brother.
We're not going to stadium talk. If you talk stadium,
no, we're not going to stadium.
I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna do what I should do some days when I can't do it. I'm gonna hang up on your ass.
Let's be honest. For the webheads out here watching tonight, you and I have been having this the stadium debate for 8 years, and we're not going to have it tonight. But I'm just saying that's the reason why this is something that you and I have had since I first met you the day we started covering the Rays back in 2027 over at Ferg. So
I just think this ownership is so much better than what Stu is.
They're so much better.
They've been so much better in a short amount of time. It's such a better deal, but okay.
I can settle the whole thing. I think the Rays should just move to Canada.
Okay,
Screw it.
And
Screw Florida.
And I could have settled this right here by saying,
"That's good enough to suck right there." Shut up! This guy sucks.
F you, F you, F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
I'll settle this right
here.
JP?
Oh, my God. Who the hell cares?
There you go. That's what I think of your comment about moving to Canada, idiot. What else do you want? What's on your mind? You're an idiot.
Nothing, man. Great show.
Thanks. I'm glad you like this train wreck.
It was poetry in motion.
Oh,
it was great television.
God. All right. Appreciate it, Roger. Anything else?
Yeah. Baker.
Okay.
Should he stay or should he go?
All right. Enough of you. We're not singing to me tonight. We're not singing show tunes. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here.
Pete, be honest with me, though.
Yes.
Now, maybe you're not on the same page with me, but I was worried a little bit when Bake's coming up on his third year of the 3-year, $100 million, and I'm thinking what Bake did for 3.5 days out there in LA for Sean McVay. But when Sean McVay and the Rams, they draft Ty Simpson out of Alabama, that takes them off the grid. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not saying that Baker couldn't want to go pay for 31 of the other teams, but I'm still thinking that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the team that Baker Mayfield wants to play his entire career for. So at the end of the day, Peter, what are your feelings? Is it his camp's just trying to get him the most because this could be the last great big contract, or is it because the Bucs are holding ground, or is it because they're both playing a little dramatic?
I'm going to go out to Jason Light and his comments from the JP Peterson show, my partner there. He said, we had some discussions. We'll continue to have some internal discussions and try to bring this closure one way or another. No one wants to see Baker go anywhere. No one's worried about how Baker's mindset is going to be. I've had conversations with him about that. He's all about wanting to win, so he's in a good place. I respect Baker. He's free to say whatever he wants to say, and that's the way he's wired, and I have nothing but love for Baker. I keep all that stuff eternal. I'll never use the media for talking about negotiations.
Nice. Well, let me ask you this. You heard Jason Light talking about Baker wants to be someplace where a team has a chance to win.
Right.
Did we think that Mike Evans signed with the 49ers because the Bucs didn't have a chance to win in 2026? Or was
I think it's a reason. I think Mike Evans wanted a new challenge, but maybe he thought the 49ers were in a better position. It doesn't necessarily mean he's right.
No.
There's players out there.
Yeah.
I'll go back to Le'Veon Bell, right? Maybe this is a bad example, but Le'Veon Bell was great with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you know what? He decided to take the money and run because the grass was greener on the other side. I don't know if he thought the Jets were in a better place to win, but he went there, and guess what? He never came back. He was never the same player.
He's pumping gas at the Hess in New Jersey. But yeah, no, you're right. And I mean, that's the point I made, is that it's just like, I'm like, Baker makes sense for this team. And even Zach Robinson, the third OC in 3 years, and now this is going on. Baker's got the mentality. Baker, let's put it this way. Of the 32 quarterbacks in the league, there's maybe 10 quarterbacks that you want to be the guy as you're bringing in a new OC. They're still on the team, continuing forward. Baker would be at least the top 3 of those guys you want in this league, because he doesn't come in with an inflated ego. He comes in wanting to win. Let's do what it takes. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. He's a direct reflection of this team and what this team is all about. And that's why I say, people saying they should move on, the Bucs should move on at this juncture, is just ridiculous. Again, 95 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. People go, the numbers don't matter. Then what is it about? If it's not about the numbers, then what is it about? You're going to talk about overall winning record in a team sport. It's not just one player that makes the team. It's the entire team. And if you're going to sit here and say that this team hasn't had the flaws the last couple of years, then you're out of your mind. The defense has had their flaws. Special teams has had their flaws. They haven't been able to stay healthy. I know that the San Francisco 49ers were able to overcome injuries, but there's not many teams like that. They're able to overcome injuries. Yes. And what is he want? What's he want?
Well, let me remind everybody, as you're out there trying to figure out the chances for winning percentage totals or the Vegas, the New York Knicks in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes left had 0.1% chance of winning the championship, and they end up winning by 3 points, and they win the championship there in San Antonio. Guys and girls, don't get so fed up on the ESPN says if Baker's your quarterback, you have this percentage, or if you go to the field or you draft a Ty Simpson or you bring in don't do that, because at the end of the day, let your eyes do the answering. And when your eyes look at this Buccaneers team with this defense, with a Bain Jr. and with an offense and a healthy offensive line and a Bucky back, this Bucs team is ready to go. You can't just plug and play any quarterback in the league. You need a mentality, and Baker has that mentality.
He does have that mentality. All right, so I want to go out to what Todd Bowles had to say when it comes to Baker Mayfield. He said Baker's all business. He's all about business. The contract stuff takes care of itself. That's the business side of it. They don't see, that everybody has to deal with, and I'm sure he'll take care of it. But it doesn't affect his play. Baker is a true pro. I don't think there's any disappointment whatsoever. I mean, he loves it here. We love him here. The contract stuff takes care of itself, whether it's the quarterback or any other position that comes up. Those things get worked out over time. You just concentrate on what we got to concentrate on the field, and he's been great right there. Brent, you forgot about Sam Darnold, won a Super Bowl with his 14 team. Hello. Yes, he got most of that in one season. Of course, Brent. Of course. Don't give Baker any credit. Sam Darnold came through when he needed to. Baker has choked in those games. Baker's a short. You would want Kyler Murray. I've seen your comments. It doesn't make any sense. The Buccaneers will never win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. Great. Thanks a lot. Tell me what the lottery tickets are, too, while you're at it. He's 2-11 in primetime games. That includes the playoffs. Brent, again, the same numbers. Baker is a name that ain't winning. I don't know what he just said. With these offensive weapons, you don't have to rebuild. The Bucs will never win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. Okay. You draft a quarterback in the first round. We agree to disagree, Brent. Overrated, overpaid. Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl with the Bills. Child of Israel, draft a quarterback next offseason. Still have not told me what quarterback you're going to draft. Come up with a friggin' name. If you're going to throw out, draft a quarterback. If you're going to come out and say, draft a quarterback, give me a damn name, Child of Israel, or get off the show and don't come back. And I mean it. I don't care. I don't need you here. I don't need you. If you want to go. Get the hell out of here. Don't give me some nonsense of draft a quarterback. Draft what quarterback? Give me a name. Who do you want to draft? Because this team right now is probably not going to be bad enough to draft a quarterback that you want to draft. You know why? Because they're not going to be a garbage team. They're going to be a lot better than a lot of people think. They're not going to have a top 5 pick. They're not going to have a top 10 pick. They may have a top 15 to top 20 pick. If you're lucky, they may get even, it may be even more than that. It may be top 25, top 26. Who knows? Aloha, Peter and Harry. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Lamar, appreciate the call there. Baker's a name. His name is never linked to winning. Of course not. He's never won any games in Tampa. He's never won any NFC style titles. We're just absolutely he's a loser. Sam Darnold made it further than Baker ever will, of course. And I'm sure that you believed that you said in your heart of hearts, in your crystal ball, which is probably broke like yourself, that you said that Sam Darnold was going to win a Super Bowl last year at the beginning of the year. I'm sure you said that, Child of Israel. I kind of know who you are at this point. I kind of do. Roger Greenberg, what's up, Peter and Harry? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Sam Darnold took his job in Carolina. Again, history. Stop with the excuses. You guys don't know football. You don't know football. Because if you think Baker is a garbage quarterback, you don't know football. I question your fanhood. I question if you're a Bucs fan. Because
question whether they know football. Because
I'm going to question if he's a Bucs fan, because you're going to tell me what quarterback is better than Baker Mayfield besides Tom Brady at this point.
Well, I'm not just you're breaking down Baker Mayfield's performance against the Buccaneers not winning a Super Bowl. You don't understand a sport going back to high school, college, or NFL. It's not just about the quarterback, but the quarterback is a dynamic part of that entire, the picture. But if you're just putting on Baker and the Bucs not winning a Super Bowl, you don't know football, and that's going back to Little League.
David says, everybody gave Doug Williams so much praise, but Sean King took us just as far as Doug, but did Sean get treated like a bust?
Did Doug Williams have consistent Hall of Fame defense?
Doug had consistent playoff appearances in the 70s there in the 80s. Sean did not. Sean had the one year there. And then after that, he didn't do much of anything. So what are you talking about, David? What are you talking about?
And go ahead and name me 4 players off that Buccaneers defense in '79, and give me 4 names off the Buccaneers defense in 2001.
I says he comes with facts. You come with nonsense because you're trying to discredit the numbers at this point. I throw out numbers. You said the numbers don't matter. What does it matter then? What is it? Emotion? It's your emotion at this point. You're the only guy on this show that comes on here and says that Baker is trash. You are the only guy on here that comes on here and says that. Like, I could see there's flaws with Baker Mayfield, but you absolutely hate that quarterback. I wish you get a Josh McCown in your life. I wish you would get a Bruce Grakowski in your life. Let me go out.
Kyle Trask.
Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
I guess he hung up. No, Baker just ain't that guy. He's going to take the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl, of course. You draft a quarterback in the first round, which one? If you're going to say draft a quarterback in the first round, give me a name. If you don't, shut your mouth. There you go. How about that? That's the new rule. You say draft a quarterback in the first round. Give me a quarterback name.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter with you?
Jim, go ahead. Welcome to the Evolution. You're pissing me off.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, man?
I just came from karaoke. What y'all been talking about?
Oh, geez. Just go ahead and watch the replay at this point.
Oh, Lord. Now he mad. Hey, I know y'all been talking about Baker Mayfield. And is he going to stay? Yeah, he's going to stay. We ain't worry about it. We'll get him some money.
So he's not a trash quarterback. Who's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield besides maybe Doug Williams, Brad Johnson, or Tom Brady? Who's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield at that point?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield always. You know, I live in Dayton, Ohio.
You sure? You don't
You
don't want a Mike Glennon. You don't want a Josh McCown. You don't want a Bruce Grakowski. You don't want a Josh Freeman. You don't want any of those. You don't want a Byron Leftwich. How about those?
Jackson Owen or throwing Samoan? You don't want this throwing Samoan?
You don't want
no,
them?
I want Baker Mayfield because that's our quarterback, and Baker Mayfield is just like a Buccaneer.
You don't want Vinny Testaverde or Chris Chandler or Craig
He
Erickson?
said, though, Baker's just like a Buccaneer. Baker has that pirate mentality. That's the reason why Baker makes sense.
He reminds me of a pirate. An old-style pirate quarterback.
He's a direct reflection of the Tampa Bay area in that locker room. I don't
Yeah, he's doing his thing. I don't think we should get rid of him for no reason.
Well, the fans disagree with you. They want to draft a quarterback at this point. They want to reset.
Oh.
Hey, listen, talk to your fellow
It's funny
Bucs
how
fans.
every time you ask who you going to get, they don't know.
They don't know. They have no idea. Who are you? I don't know. Just draft somebody.
Are we going to get Jameis back? Can't stay healthy?
Yeah, some people like that.
He can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
And he can't never see. Always throwing it to the other team.
Right. There you go.
Maybe a Manning. Maybe a Manning. Maybe an Arch Manning or some other Manning.
You're not going to be bad enough to get an Arch Manning.
Is he still in college?
He's still in college, yeah.
Wait, what Manning? What generation?
Let's keep Baker.
Right.
I'm not arguing with you guys. I'm going to keep Baker.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Anything else there, Jim?
No, man. I just wanted to chime in. I didn't get a chance to listen. I'm going to re-listen to you.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
Hey, I think you had Harry the Greek on today, though. I'm
We
definitely
did. He came on for a little bit, and we had a brouhaha, if you will, a little debate, a little passionate debate about the stadium, which we don't want to talk about on this show until it happens. Jim, appreciate the call. All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Good stuff.
Peter, let me go ahead and finish with saying this. It's not that we're not going to have a conversation because you and I have been talking about this forever, but at the end of the day, we're going to stop it with just saying all we want is the Tampa Bay Rays to be in Tampa Bay forever. We'll figure this thing out. That's all that matters.
Let's figure it out.
We banter back and forth, but at the end of the day, it's nothing but love.
It could be an El Segundo for all I care.
As long as it's El Segundo, Tampa Bay.
El Segundo, Tampa Bay somewhere. Put it anywhere. I don't care at this point.
Put
it at the dog track.
West Shore, the fairgrounds,
West Shore. Put it over at my house. I'll host it.
Put him between Busch Gardens and Venture Island, and we'll do like the pass where you can go to there and then go to the Ramblin' Bayou and into a Rays game. But as long as the Rays are in Tampa Bay, it's all that matters.
You have the roller coaster, the Busch Gardens. You have a theme park with a ballpark.
Lions. Let's go.
There you go. Exactly. You draft a quarterback in the first round. Keep building the team. Building for what, you moron? Building for what? What are you building for? Building for what?
The next window?
Oh,
is there a window? What?
Oh, all right. Jameis never had a running game. Of course. You're a Jameis fan. I knew it. Jameis was asked to throw 45 to 50 times a game. That's an excuse. That's emotion. Winston was trash too. Jeff says, say if Mayfield is our long-term quarterback, the question is who would be the head coach next season if Bowles is fired? I don't know. That's a great question too. I don't want to talk about Bowles being fired, but I guess people want to talk about that. Pro Football Focus wants to talk about that as they have him as the number one candidate to be on the hot seat at this point. Let me get to that. Where is that article? Oh, this right here. This from NFL reporter Bradley Locker, Pro Football Focus. He says Todd Bowles is the top of the list of NFL head coaches on the hot seat in 2026. Bowles has secured a solid track record in Tampa Bay, compiling a 35-33 record with 3 NFC South titles in 4 years. But 2025 season was a very disappointing one as the Buccaneers won just 2 of their final 7 games and missed the postseason. Issues pervaded both sides of the ball. Baker Mayfield regressed to 64.8 Pro Football Focus passing grade while struggling with accuracy and injuries. Tampa Bay also placed 23rd in rushing EPA per play. On defense, the Bucs ranked 22nd in Pro Football Focus coverage grade and tied for 20th An explosive pass rate surrendered. If the Buccaneers don't at least finish with a winning record, the Bulls tender probably won't extend until 2027. That may be the case no matter what if Tampa Bay doesn't climb back atop the division standings. Fair or not, should he be in this conversation as being on the list of the hottest seats in the National Football League, Tampa Bay Ray?
I'll be short and succinct. He's on a hot seat because if the Bucs don't make the playoffs, unless there's some catastrophic, and I mentioned this the other day on Cup of Ray, unless they like have a funky bunch celebration where all 5 offensive linemen strain their ankles and the Bucs go like 0-5 down the backstretch, Todd Bowles is on a hot seat. But let's also counter that with the fact that that same whatever the portal or the ESPN or whoever did that whatever, they would also put Todd Bowles as, if he was fired in 2026, he'll be the number 1, the hottest defensive coordinator hired for 2027. So Bucs fans, remember, when you're, regardless of whether Baker sprains an ankle or whether, an offensive lineman breaks a leg or whether Bucky has an injury, you're also talking about you throw the coach out with the baby out with the bathwater, but there's still 29 other teams that would hire Todd Bowles as a defensive coordinator like that. So, I mean, that's what being a Bucs fan means in 2026.
A lot of expectations. I think this defense has to improve, and they've got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work cut out for them, but they've definitely attitude. Need my food. Harry says, Mr. Williams right there. Baker's Jeff Garcia. What is so bad about Jeff Garcia? Jeff Garcia wasn't bad. I think he was pretty good. He led the Bucs to the playoffs, right? No,
he was old. He was old. He was doing a porn star, so he was already done with the NFL by the time he got here.
Brad had a great What is a good quarterback for you, Brent? What is a good quarterback, sir? I don't think you've ever said a good thing about a Bucs quarterback. What is a good quarterback to you? That's what I want to know. I want you to put that comment there in the box. Harry, I said the same thing. Baker's just Jeff Garcia 2.0. You can't play defense like that anymore if the rules were the same, then yes, you can win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. You can win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl with that defense, and he had his turnover problem. Stop it. I'll take Shane Falco from the replacements. Again, moronic comments, adding absolutely.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Nothing to it. Nothing. What's up, Peter? The dynamic duo is back together. Brent, didn't know other team want Brady. There were other teams that wanted Brady. Once again, nonsense. I dislike all the comments about Baker Mayfield. Baker will turn things around as long as he has healthy players around him, including himself. It takes the whole entire pirate ship to run the ship. Brent, the Raiders, Dolphins, 49ers, and Chargers said no to Brady. And guess what? They turned out to be complete and total morons. Because the Raiders, in their grand scheme of things, thanks to John Gruden, by the way, Dana White had a deal to the Raiders for Tom Brady, and they decided to go with the greatness of Derek Carr. How did that work out? It didn't work out very well. How did it work out for the Dolphins? Didn't work out very well. How did it work out for the 49ers? So listen, you can put out all the nonsense that you want to, all the dribble that you want to here, Brent, but Brady was the right decision in Tampa Bay, and that's it. Everybody else was completely and totally wrong, including you. There you go.
The reason why that comment holds no water is because you go back and ask the Niners right now, off the record, but on the record, would you take Tom Brady 5 years ago? They would say yes. You ask the Dolphins, who have now fired their coach and Tagovailoa is in Atlanta, would you have taken Tom Brady as your quarterback? And the answer is yes. So the fact that he's making the argument that 4 teams said no, the fact of the matter is 5 years later, those 4 teams would have said effing yes, because TB was the greatest of all time.
Because Jimmy Garoppolo and Derek Carr were better quarterbacks at the time than Tom Brady.
It proved out, didn't it? It proved out.
Absolutely. Almost with Baker Mayfield, child of Israel.
Again with a porn star. Yeah,
Buccaneers end up at the end of the season. Okay, Brent. At the beginning, I was one of the one. Who cares if the beginning, at the end? Who cares at the middle? Who gives a damn? It's 2026. Move on. Turn the page from 2025. Can you do me that? Can you do me that favor, Brent? Just turn the page. Turn the page. Don't talk about last year. Don't talk about when he was in Carolina. Don't talk about when he was in Cleveland or with the Rams. Just don't talk about it. Talk about 2026. Can you do that? Can you do that? Is that possible? Harry said it well. Stat-wise, he ranked around 15th overall in overall quarterback numbers, runs the system well. Ben, in my opinion, as far as Baker goes, about 2 things. The years, the guaranteed money, that's where I believe the impasse is right now. Dave, people bitching about Baker. Who are they going to sign that's better than the Baker? I'm waiting for the answer who's out there right now, who's better and available. There, we went to the list. Next year, free agents, Deshaun Watson, Tua, Matt Stafford, Kyler Murray, Justin Fields. Those are the guys that Bucs fans would want.
Kyle Trask off to
great. They had a better
Kyle Trask off the Falcons practice squad.
There you go. Exactly. Who cares if they made it further? What did they win? What did they win by getting further? Jacksonville won 13 games with Liam Cohen. What did they get? Nothing. First place, first prize. They're at home, just like Todd Bowles and the Bucs. What does it matter? Kyle Shanahan every year plays through injuries, gets his team to the Super Bowl. Guess what? They don't win it. What did they win last year? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What is your point? You have no point. You just want to troll. The Texans made it further than Tampa Bay. Who cares? Did they win a Super Bowl? According to you, that's all that matters at this point. Baker's never going to win you a Super Bowl, so of course it doesn't count. Well, guess what? C.J. Stroud ain't going to win you a Super Bowl, and the defense, if he had a decent quarterback like Baker Mayfield, they probably would have won a Super Bowl because they actually had a defense. Stop. Jeremy says, everyone's shadow is here. Welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to whatever the hell this was tonight. I love it. I love Godwin, but Ibuka is the number one wide receiver right now. We'll see. We're drafting a quarterback. We don't want washed up ones, of course, because you won all your Super Bowls with supposed washed up quarterbacks, right? You won it with veterans. You didn't win it with the rookie moron. You won it with a veteran quarterback. I love what Bucs fans, they forget. It's the early onset of dementia. Like you guys, some of you guys got CTE. Like you need to be checked for CTE right now because you are completely and totally moronic with that comment. I'm not going to apologize for it. You're a moron because if you have to go to the history of Bucs quarterbacks that have been drafted, they have done squat.
For the Bucs. We may have drafted him. Steve Young might have won we might have got him in a supplemental draft coming off the LA Express, but he goes and wins Hall of Fames and Super Bowls in San Francisco. But yeah.
Right. They didn't develop him right. They didn't develop Vinny right. They didn't develop Chris Chandler right. They didn't develop Trent Dilfer right.
Ryan Greasy. Yeah.
I mean, they win with veteran quarterbacks. That's it. Sorry. If you think it's funny, it's funny. It is funny. Completely funny at this point. 3-3 Rays and Dodgers. I cannot watch this game tonight. I don't know what's going on.
I don't want to watch it.
To have the mediocrity nowadays to be a Bucs fan. If you think, again, settle this for me. It's beating mediocre 8, 9, 10 wins. Is that being mediocre or is that being a contender every year? What's mediocre to you, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, being a longtime Tampa Bay Bucs fan?
Man, I'll tell you what, mediocre to me, not just 8-9 or 9-8 and making the playoffs or a wild card and maybe playing on the road in Green Bay back when we were in the Central Division. Making it means making a team that not only wins or gets a chance to make it to the dance, but that you know in your heart has a chance to do some damage in the playoffs. Now, we talk about the Giants in 2011 or 14 when the wild card team went on. They ended up taking the Patriots off their perfect season and they win a Super Bowl. That's what we love about this sport. There's a Cinderella stories. But if you're talking about a team that's mediocre 8-9, 9-8, or a team that belongs in the playoffs, the Buccaneers this last season, they didn't belong there. They didn't make it. The 3 years prior, they made it. They won their division. They made it. So we've been at or near the cusp every year. Last year we didn't. The year before we did. That's the difference for me, Pete.
All right. We'll continue to read these comments. Go out to my mother here watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports What with Harry. Berg, Harry the Greek, go Bucs. He says, go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
We got a new one tonight here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
It's exciting. Fire the cannon.
Kind of a loud
Was that
sound.
Bane? Was that Bane from Batman?
Did you like that?
Yeah, I loved it. Yes.
You are not rebuilding in the Bucs draft a quarterback in the first round this year. Stop with the narratives. You are rebuilding. That's what you want to do. You want to rebuild. That's all you want to do. You want to tear it up. You want to fire the coach. You want to fire the GM. You want to get rid of the quarterback. Stop. You've said it over and over again. And I asked you a long time ago, how long are you willing to wait? And you said, as long as it takes, as long as Baker Mayfield is not your quarterback. That stuff right there is stupid. That is stupid stuff right there. Remember, Baker Mayfield threw a pick and lost the Panthers game. Yes, the wide receiver didn't run the wrong route. I apologize. It's not a franchise quarterback. Baker is not. Brent, Baker Mayfield was on his fourth team. What does that mean? Rich Gannon was on multiple teams. What does that mean? Tell me what that means when a quarterback goes from team to team. Alex Smith comes to mind. He was a first-round pick. He was looked at as a first-round bust, and then all of a sudden he was able to develop because he had the weapons around him. He goes to Kansas City. He goes to Washington. He's highly productive. Some quarterbacks are able to develop. Oh, by the way, you failed to mention, Brent, that Baker Mayfield has had multiple offensive coordinators, which you don't mention, which you think is an excuse. But if you talk to coaches, general managers, people in the know, they say that stunts the development of young quarterbacks. But no,
well, go ahead.
No.
Pete, go ahead. Let's make that call right there. The fact of the matter is, when we're talking about what does Baker Mayfield deserve for his next contract, and he's had 3 OCs in the last 3 years. You've actually been able to hire 3 OCs to come in and just develop a system around the talent you had at quarterback. That's what you have at quarterback. So as you're trying to determine, Zach Robinson in 2026 hasn't even happened. But if you're starting to talk about what does Baker deserve for 2027 and beyond, remember the fact that you've hired Liam Cohen, Canahan or whatever, and then now Zach Robinson, and Zach Robinson, based on the fact that you had a guy who could literally play quarterback at the literalist best available level, now make him better. That's why Baker Mayfield is making this narrative here as we go into the 2026 season, is because he deserves to be one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. But does Jason Licht want to pay him to be one of the top 5? That's where the split level is.
We'll see. Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield are the same guy. Dave says, I've seen Harry in the show after the draft. What's your take here in the Bucs recent draft? We'll get those comments. Always excuses. I know when we bring up numbers, it's an excuse. When we bring up injuries, it's an excuse. When you bring up something, it's definitely fact. I forgot that. You've been blowing up Baker Mayfield for years. Baker has never won the big one. He's never had the opportunity. He's never been put forth in an opportunity to win the big one. When you have multiple offensive coordinators, you want to talk about history, you go to the worst franchise, one of the worst franchises in NFL history, in the Cleveland Browns, and you actually win a playoff game being hurt, and they throw you out for trash for a guy who is absolute trash in a Deshaun Watson. Herbert needs a true one wide receiver. That's not Ladd McConkey or an old Keenan Allen. Yeah, like Baker has a chance that Josh winning a Super Bowl. They've won nothing. Both of those quarterbacks have won nothing. You don't know. If you think Josh Allen's going to win a Super Bowl, please give me the lottery numbers that you have, and let's go ahead and make this happen. Mr. Williams, welcome to the Evolution.
Good afternoon.
What's going on?
All right. I done heard it though.
Okay.
All right. Hey, what's going on, my friend?
Well, here's Mr. Williams. That's
okay. I'll be Harry. I woke you up, Mr. Williams. I'm sorry, but go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Mr. Williams, are you there?
Yeah. No, man. I wasn't asleep at all. I listened to all of my.
You listened to the whole show, critics. Huh? Okay. Good.
But
what about the stadium?
No, man. I can't live at the stadium. I like to feel, but
Mr. Williams, would you pay Baker Mayfield anything he did?
Come on, and let's pay Baker.
Go ahead.
Let's pay Baker Mayfield so we can close the deal on that, and let's give me 3 years for this $50 million.
How much?
3 years of $50 million.
Okay, 3 years, $50 million. That's certainly possible.
I mean, that's $50 million more than you got last 3 years.
And then after that, we'll have to sit around the round table and eat up some donuts.
Yes.
Get him for a long term.
Yes, absolutely. We'll definitely do that. We got to get your wings, my friend. We definitely got to do that.
I'm gonna buy his wings.
Yes, sir. Because I will try to make a training camp there. I mean, Peter, man, I got to come out there and see you at training camp.
Please do, my friend. Please do. Maybe I'll have some wings ready for you or something. Jesus, I feel bad for you, my friend. Poor guy's been wanting wings forever. All he wants is
Williams.
wings.
He's earned those wings. Those wings are Mr. Williams' wings.
He's waiting for wings. I don't know. Like I don't know what
3 years.
Yeah, how many years now?
3 years for Mr. Williams.
He's waiting for wings, like I'm waiting for Brent to say a good thing about any quarterback that ever played.
Mr. Williams, he watches every show. He's down to the minute. He knows what's going on.
I don't know what's going to happen first. I don't know if you're going to get your wings first or Brent is going to say something good about one of these Buccaneer quarterbacks in their history. I don't know what's going to happen.
Mr. Williams going to get his wings first.
I think that's going to happen. I definitely think that the money is on at this point. I'm looking in my crystal ball that the child of Israel has in his palace right there. I'm looking in that crystal ball and I'm seeing Mr. Williams getting his wings extra crispy with some blue cheese from Hera, the Greek. And
but you see Mr. Williams and I over the side before the wings, all right? So we're all good.
All right, Mr. Williams, I appreciate the call, my friend, all right?
All right, man. Nothing but love.
Yeah, nothing but love. All right.
Mr. Williams.
Yes, still looking for that crystal ball, and anybody who can tell me the winning numbers of the lottery ticket here for the next week, you will definitely be a fan for life. All right. I think Corey was trying to call, so let's go out to him. Trying to get on this show. What I don't know what it was tonight. It was a very, very passionate, argumentative show here. Corey, welcome to the
Peter,
Evolution.
what's up, man?
Oh man, save me from the stadium talk.
Hey,
and
Peter,
yes.
Peter, you know you're my friend, man.
Yes.
You know we Buccaneers, man.
Yes.
But you can't be mad at some of these people that got a little bit of a rebuttal against Baker.
I gotta be mad at Brent because every time I say anything about a Bucs quarterback, besides maybe Jameis Winston, Brent has nothing nice to say about any of these quarterbacks. He says Brad Johnson had a defense. Okay, so did Tom Brady. Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions. That was okay on his part. I asked Brent, what would you like as a quarterback? He says draft one. He doesn't know what quarterback he wants to draft. When I bring up turnovers or when I bring up stats, he says it doesn't matter. It's winning percentage. I say to you, when does it matter? When did a quarterback become the poobah of winning games? I thought it was a team effort. I thought it was a whole entire team. I didn't think it was just on one player at this point. But
my thing is, I think he deserved to get paid. I think he need to be the Bucs franchise quarterback.
Okay.
But at the same time, I don't know if we can win a Super Bowl with him. I don't know.
I mean, what is your doubt at this point with Baker Mayfield?
It's always like I said all the time, man. Baker a first read, scramble drill, interception. Okay. Anytime it's pressure, I mean that's with any quarterback. But he like I said before, if he had Tom Brady mind and brain, man, we'll win 4-5 Super Bowls. But I don't know. He just don't read coverages and he make critical mistakes, man.
He does make some critical mistakes. He definitely does. He also has made some plays in his career for this Tampa Bay team. He's also won some big games, namely last year. How many fourth quarter comebacks did Baker Mayfield have? That's what I'll throw out there. Again, I've never said that Baker Mayfield is a perfect quarterback. He's not. He's far from flaws at the end of the day. But to sit here and say that, go ahead and move on for Baker Mayfield because there's a better choice.
I ain't saying that.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Bucs fans are trying to sell me, namely Brent and the child of Israel or the child of Moscow or Russia or wherever, Belarus. He's got a freaking crystal ball there in his in his living room, and he's looking in the crystal ball and he's telling me that Baker Mayfield will never win your quarterback. I wonder if a child of Belarus said that about Sam Darnold last year. Winning.
I know one thing. They not going to go out and draft one because they real high on that boy from Kansas, man.
They like Jalen Daniels a lot. They like him. They like him. He may be the future quarterback of this team. Who knows? As crazy as it sounds. The Bucs may develop a quarterback. It's a crazy instance. But what I'm saying is you play the odds. I always go back to it. Like Casino is one of my favorite movies. I know I'm old, whatever. It's from 95. But they're often all these people, they're killing all these mob bosses off, and they go, yeah, this guy's a good guy. And the other guy goes, why take a chance at this point? And they offer. You know
what's throwing me off about this is this goes, and I'm sorry for interrupting you both, but this goes back to the name, the NIL and the transfer portal in college football. Is that people are starting to get to and we're seeing this with Tortorella taking over the Vegas Knights to get to the finals in the NHL. I mean, you got a lot of coaches are taking over last minute. The New York Knicks, Thibodeau gets fired, and the Knicks won the championship this season. So we're starting to think, we're starting to see where the coaches in that, but yet. Let's go back to a time where you had to look for who your freshman quarterback was on your college team, and you knew he was going to be a sophomore a year later, and hopefully if he stayed a junior, so you'd learn to develop. We watched the running back come up from 17 to 18. He put on 20 pounds of muscle, and now he's averaging another 30 yards a game. Or you watch the wide receivers now. So that's the problem is that I love the fact that we're all expecting perfection momentarily, but yet I'm afraid we're losing sight of the fact that sometimes even the New York Knicks, they got this championship, but the NBA had 8 different teams in the finals the last 4 years. Sometimes it takes looking at Michael Jordan. He took him 4 years to beat Magic Johnson. It took Magic Johnson 3 years to beat Larry Bird.
Man. People get better. People get better, man.
You got to develop. So even Baker might not be the best quarterback in 2024, but in 2026 he could be the MVP. We got to keep watching now. So you got to look at the big picture, not just the specific small ones, right?
Well, that's it.
Yeah. Right. But like I said, I believe we need a franchise. He need to be the franchise quarterback. Personally, I don't know if we can win a Super Bowl with him. I don't.
Baker's the guy. Baker's the guy. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. But how y'all feel? But just to get off subject, you didn't they go to Congress or something about that thing with the NIL with college football? Don't they need to do something with that, man?
I don't know what they're doing. I honestly don't. I mean, I think the genie's out of the bottle at this point. You had so many years, everybody complaining about NIL, but what they don't complain about is all those years, all those stupid hypocrites at these universities where they were making money off of these players over and over again off these players.
But Peter, it's been NIL. Why you think Nick Saban left? Because everybody could do it now. That's why Nick Saban left.
Well, Nick Saban left because he didn't want to do it.
But Pete,
around.
Sorsby Sorsby bet on Indiana games. He actually bet on the games when he was still playing for Indiana last season. Of course, he wasn't the quarterback because, you know, the number one draft pick of the Texan or the Raiders was. But Sorsby was actually betting on the games. And we go back to Pete Rose. As innocent as Pete Rose might have been, of course, back then didn't have cell phones, but he might have been scratching off in his pad saying, I take the Reds to not cover the 3. The fact of the matter is, not only was he betting on a sport, he was betting on the team. And now Texas Tech went to Lubbock, Texas, and got a retired judicial judge to say, we're going to go ahead and grant him an injunction till February, till 2 weeks after the playoffs for the 2026. This is a big thing. We got to see how this thing plays out because this has major implications, right, guys?
Going back to the NIL, going back to the NIL agreement, you know, does there need to be something done about it? Yes. I don't know what needs to be done because again, it went from one
and it's like the wild west,
one spectrum to now the other. So it's like, can we come to some type of agreement? Can we come to some type of middle ground between everybody? I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see.
But my thing, they say everybody say NIL, but it's supposed to be name, image, and likeness. Mm-hmm. Like I think they're supposed to put a cap for every position group, and then if you make extra money, you make it yourself off your name, image, and likeness.
Well, what
happened? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I mean,
also take into account the wide receivers or the tight ends, the offensive linemen or the D linemen and D backs that make you to be successful. So that's the reason why the NIL thing. I get that we Pete, you even said a moment ago. We knew for so many years these college players, these kids going to college, they weren't student athletes. They were athletes, and they were going after that NIL. But they need to be paid. But at the end of the day, maybe you don't need to pay a superstar quarterback $20 million to be there. Maybe we need to take into account the offensive linemen and the running back and the tight ends and the receivers that make him into value. But that also goes back to the fact of the matter is we talk about college football needs a commissioner. I mean, and the NCAA needs someone to regulate this.
Well, good luck with that because there's not going to be any regulation with what they're doing right now, what's going on. It's all about money. It's all about TV contracts. It's all about ESPN.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what they're going to do going forward. What else, Corey?
Man, that's about it, man. You know what I mean? I know you rock with Baker, love Baker, man, but, you know, They go. What they say they don't want to give him the extension, or what? They want to see how he played this year.
I mean, they're far. According to Baker, they're nowhere near the numbers. They have 5 weeks to get this done. I think they will eventually get it done. From Jason Light's comments, from Todd Bowles' comments, at this point, it certainly seems like they're going to get it done. What's the number at this point? If it doesn't happen, if they wait it out, then the Bucs still have the power. They could still franchise him. If he outplays the contract, they can sign him. If he doesn't, then they have a decision to make: either bring him back on a lower contract or let him go, move on, like some Bucs fans want him to do. But I would say maybe they play it out. Maybe Baker Mayfield and his camp want to play it out. I don't know, but it certainly seems like both parties at the end of the day want each other. So let's see if it can happen. Let's see if they can come to some type of number where it's a middle ground and it works for both parties. Corey, appreciate the time.
All right, man.
Always.
Thank y'all, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. All right, we'll read the rest of these comments. We'll get out of here for the night. I can still not find this Dodger game, which is really, really frustrating. Does the mustache come with a Van Ray? Just kidding. Against the Lions, he choked. He choked against the Panthers, Saints, Dolphins, Patriots. He choked. It was just him. It wasn't the defense. It wasn't any injuries at all. I forgot. Actually, Tampa Bay got a steal with Mayfield. They paid him $30 million less per year. His numbers are basically the same as $55 million. Overrated Giro Super Bowl turnover machine, Josh Allen. Laugh out loud. Jim, what's up, Sports Web? What's up with you? 2-11 in primetime games. It's a big quarterback draft class in 27. Give me a name. Stop telling me it's a big quarterback draft class in 27. Give me a name. If you're going to talk about the draft class in 27, start giving me some names. Do some research. If you got this big crystal ball, child of Belarus, or child of Russia or Moscow, whatever the hell your name is, give me the crystal ball. Tell me what it's telling me at this point. I'm not against re-signing Baker, franchising quarterback, whatever. I'm a Buccaneer fan. Come on. I don't know what you are at this juncture. We're not going to read Alex's comments. I love you guys in karaoke. Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave. Tampa Bay Ray, tell us how you really feel. Love the passion. Big Jim Dog right here. Go Buccaneers. Go Sports Web. Thank you very much. We'll look over those comments. Damn, Ray letting someone else speak. That's okay. Hate to say this, but I agree with Tampa Bay Ray. The Tampa Bay area needs to do more to keep the Rays here. Who cares about baseball? It's a boring sport. We care about baseball, Brent, and because it upsets you, we're going to care more about baseball. I'm going to talk more about baseball. In fact, we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield playing with the Tampa Bay Rays. There you go.
Pitcher.
Catcher.
He's got a good arm. He's got a good arm.
Baker Mayfield to the Rays. Baker Mayfield to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Baker Mayfield.
Pete, I'd like to point out the fact that to all the webheads that I heard watching that Pete and I were great friends, and Harry and I are also. We've had this debate about the Bucs, the Rays, going back to Sternberg spending money at the deadline, which I think 6 of the last 10 years, the Rays should have been buyers at the deadline, but Stu was too tight. So I want them to realize that even though we're kind of kidding around here fighting on a show here, there's more of a backstory going here, which is why we get more passionate. But at the end of the day, we just want the Tampa Bay Rays to be the Tampa Bay Rays in 2029 and forward forever. So yeah, that's just so that you know. So yeah.
Let me go out to TikTok here. Izzy47. No, it's not a big quarterback draft class. Izzy47. I haven't seen one quarterback that can plug and play in the next draft class. That's Izzy right there. Thanks a lot for tuning in. As always, they're one of my favorite webheads, becoming one of my favorite webheads there on TikTok. We got Leo Haggerty. Leo Haggerty. Where are you, Leo?
Book him, Dano.
We'd like you to come back. We love you here. You could drop some F-bombs like everybody else. I nearly hit the hat there. Harry
Leo does.
Let's see here. Alex doesn't like you. Alex, you guys got to get we all got to get together and have a beer. Ray's a moron. Chris Cole.
I love Alex.
The show has went off the rails fast. That's okay. Brent, I guess being a Bucs fan nowadays, you have to celebrate 8 and 9, 9 and 8 seasons. Yes, because it's so tough to celebrate 8 and 9, 9 and 8 seasons. I'd rather celebrate 3 and 4 win seasons. All right, so I let him on. Should I let him on here, Alex?
Let's go.
Alex, can you guys?
I just want to say that I love you, Ray.
I love you, Alex. I know I do.
For something here, please.
I ain't gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a little bit of some fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you
Alex.
You guys like
but,
to
Listen, all in all, let me say this. All in all, can we at least agree on one thing? I just want to keep our Rays in Tampa Bay.
I want Baker Mayfield to play on the Rays, so Brent can call here every night and tell me not to talk about baseball and not talk about Baker Mayfield. We can give him
DH. Put DH.
With one stone right there. Baker Mayfield all the time. That's what we talk about. Next Wednesday show, I feel like where's Mike DeRoche from Canada? He said all you talk about is the same thing. That's all we're going to talk about, Mike. I know you're watching somewhere out there. I hope you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with, my friend, the big C there. Love you, brother. Miss you. We're going to talk about Baker Mayfield, and we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield all the time. Contract, is he going to get it? That's all we're talking about, Brent.
Listen, I'm going to say this. I'll kind of end up what I was saying earlier before me and Ray got into it. I'm just going to everybody. Listen, like I said, 3 years, $50 million apiece. That's what the average market goes for. Here's what I'm going to say about it, and then I'll get out of here. And by the way, as we are our score we're watching, the Rays and the Dodgers are tied 3-3 in the top of the fifth.
I can't get the damn game on. I'm looking.
It's on ESPN.
It's on ESPN.
It's on ESPN tonight.
Why did somebody tell me?
Hey guys,
hold on a minute. Hold on. I've been doing a damn 2-hour show for the last 2.5 hours.
Well, I'm trying to load it.
But the game was on ESPN. I'm looking like an idiot over here.
It's not. Mine's not loading. It's not loading. I'm trying to load it, Pete, but I saw today that. But guys, the fact of the matter is, we paid money for this Rays baseball network. And by the way, congratulations, Rays! You're doing a great job. I love the commercials. I love Grant Balfour or Grant Balfour. But yet, why is all of a sudden a spontaneous Monday night game in LA against the Dodgers going to be on ESPN exclusive? It should be on. It should be on our Rays network every night, and then put it wherever else you want to.
I've been looking for this all, and somebody said, "Hey, listen, the Rays game is on ESPN," and I'm like, you know what? You should have just looked yourself, and I should have. It's been on ESPN.
But you shouldn't have to, Pete. My point is, I paid $100 for this Rays baseball. I shouldn't have to go. Oh, is it on Amazon Prime? Is it on Netflix tonight? Is it on Apple? No,
like right now, I'm pissed off because I didn't even know it was on ESPN tonight. So I'm trying to find my wallet, pull my wallet out, spend $30 when I spent $100 to have it all year. Like,
so I literally reported to both of you guys. I can't believe I waited till 11 o'clock at night to report to you that the Rays game's on ESPN tonight from the West Coast. But you know what? That's the Dodger effect.
I don't know what I'm on at this point, guys.
Hey Ray, hey, I want to add this. Hey Ray, I miss you, buddy.
Brother Alex.
You're like one of the bright spots in Tampa Bay. I'll give you that.
Ray,
brother Alex.
Hey, real quick, I want to end with this before I get out of here about Baker real quick. Listen, 3 years, $50 million a year. Don't oversign him. Don't overdo it. Listen, you can either sign him now, no matter what you get, even if you don't sign him, and he has let's just say you don't sign him. No, I'm sorry. You do sign him for $50 million a year, and he has a bad year. Who else is going to be your honest best option if Baker Mayfield walked after this season? I promise you, it ain't gonna be looking good. Sign Baker $50 million a year, 3 years. Get that deal done. I would be okay with seeing Baker Mayfield as the face of the franchise, at least for the next few years, and then maybe we'll see a couple years down, you know, where this team is at, what the Glazers are doing, the status of Todd Bowles. What's Todd Bowles going to do this season? Is he going to be able to turn this defense around? Like I said, I think this defense looks 10 times better after the draft. I still think this is at minimum a first place NFC South team.
Love it.
I said what I said. I booked it, and got to get Baker signed for at least 3 years, $50 million. That's what the market is. It may seem high, but that's what the market is. So, guys, great stuff today. Hey, Ray, I love you, bro. I appreciate the passion. At the end of the day, I'm a Rays fan. Y'all are Rays fan. We are Tampa Bay sports fans. And as always, God bless you guys.
God bless you too. Good stuff, Alex. That's what I want.
Great guy.
All right.
He makes a great point, Peter. He makes a great point. Even if for some reason you thought Byron Brown out of Auburn was going to come as an undrafted free agent in 2027 and be your Hall of Fame quarterback for a decade. The fact of the matter, well, I'm saying the fact of the matter is you got Baker Mayfield here right now, and going back to 2018, going back to burying a flag at Ohio State, going back to Texas Tech before he went to Oklahoma, this guy is a dog. So yeah, I mean, 3 years at $50 million. If that was the case, I think it would have already been done. I think Baker's looking for 5 years, looking for a little more extra money because him and Emily are both like, I don't know if there's going to be another big contract after this, but the question is, Jason Light's going to amateurize it down to, okay, how much can we afford to pay Baker, the great quarterback for the Bucs, but also afford to keep an Ibuka and bring in a different the things that we'll need to require to win a championship going forward. So but Alex is right. If you can get him for 3 years at $50 million, I think that contract would have been done already.
Well, the Rays got something cooking right now as I found the game finally here on ESPN. They call me a sports broadcaster, but I didn't know what the Rays game was on ESPN tonight. I don't think anybody did. Top of the fifth right now, 3-3, 2 men on and 1 out. Junior Caminero with the hit, Aranda with the hit there. So 2 on, 1 out. We're going to finish up the show, and then I'm going to watch this game and then do Bucs latest. If you want more Bucs, it's all good. Greek. Bobby Rain says a Bucs brutal schedule 5-12. Justin Park says nice stats, Ray. Dave says franchise tag is still there after the season for Baker. Bucs are in control. Exactly. Justin says it's Baker's inconsistency. He is a little bit inconsistent. There's a good Baker, and then there's a commercial Baker that craps the bed. He said craps the bed, so there you go right there. I've never said he was trash. I don't think you've ever said anything good about Baker Mayfield, and I don't think you've ever seen anything good about a Bucs quarterback, let alone a quarterback. I don't know what quarterback you want. I don't know what the perfect quarterback is. Another Baker fanboy, I guess he's calling you that. Deep drive here to center. Caught, tag up by Aranda. Is he tagging up? He's not tagging up because he's slow. So 2 on and now 2 out as Valade flies out to deep center there at Chavez Ravine. I think it's what it's still called there in LA. So if they get much hope, NFC Championship or bust. Rob the Prez says, happy Monday, Webheads. Absolutely happy Monday. Yeah! Next year, Baker plays bad again. Are you going to say that? Who knows? If Baker plays good, will you come on and say anything good about a quarterback in Bucs history? Who knows? How many of those teams would hire Todd Bowles as a head coach? Dave, not tonight, man. I think we'll be way too long. Baker will be out of a price range. Brent, they added 2 Hall of Famer Pro Bowl running back for Brady. What's the point? Again, here it is. No credit at all for Brady, for Baker, for anybody in Bucs history. I'm questioning. Peter, I hate Tom Brady, but Brady was the only real choice for Tampa at the time. Yes, agree. Completely agree with that. Every Bucs fan should know that. Just like the Browns would have drafted Josh Allen number 1 if they could go back, but they didn't. So stop drafting quarterbacks because of the past. Okay, got it. Brent, the Bucs can dominate a trash division. If you don't know what that means, then I can't help you. It's still a division you have to win. I hate to tell you, but you got to win it. F and Bane is awesome.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
There you go. I love
Does
that.
he actually have a? Is there really a Bane mask now? I saw that last couple weeks. Is there a Bane mask he's looking at?
William Golston used to wear it. He's wearing the same mask as William Golston.
I remember Golston used to wear it to Ghost. Yes.
Yeah, Justin Fields, the same situation, but he didn't get the same. Listen, man, if you're going to compare Justin Fields to Baker Mayfield, the conversation is over with at this point. 2023 had a chance and choked against the Lions. Trevor, Josh Allen is Phillip Rivers 2.0. King Cook, what's up, Peter? I told you the Carolina Hurricanes will win the chip this year. Go Canes. Congratulations. Brent, again, I'm going to call in next time. Bring the grief back on. Thank God you're going to call in. Baker ain't getting better at his age. Is Joey Bosa on the Bucs radar? Is this true? Have not heard anything about Joey Bosa, but I'll do some research. Again, very happy with what they have at this point with the Yaya Diaby, of course, the Reuben Bain Jr., David Walker, and Anthony Nelson, Kalijah Campbell. They have plenty of edge, plenty of outside edge at this point. Ain't nothing wrong with NIL. The transfer portal, transfer Potter, people are mad at. It's transfer portal, but okay. In my opinion, I don't think Baker would force so many throws if he had faith in our defense. I think he feels he needs to score in every drive just to keep us in the game. Good point. That's a good point, David. Defense has a problem. I most
offensive
certainly
feeling, right? Go ahead.
I most certainly will be at the championship parade this Saturday. Go Hurricanes, baby. I want to know though, are you trying to destroy your city? Are you trying to blow up a bus, overturn a bus? Are you trying to do any of that nonsense that we saw with Knicks fans? They have the Rays game on ESPN. Thank you, David. David, I should have saw this text message in the first place. I've been trying to find the game all damn night. Oh, yeah. How about those Yankees, huh? Keep that same energy, Rays fans. Laugh out loud. Rob, Baker Mayfield will run for mayor of Tampa. He's going to also play catcher DH for the Rays. And we're going to talk about it because Brent hates to talk about the Rays and he hates talking about Baker Mayfield. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone. And also he's going to be the new captain of the Tampa Bay Lightning. There you go. We all know Baker's getting an extension with us. Come on now. Yeah. Rob, 4 years, $55 million guaranteed per year. I like those figures. I think that is cool. Okay, Peter finally got to the Bane drop. Yes, I got the Bane drop. Here's the Bane drop.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
It's kind of long.
That's scary, though. I mean, that's scary.
It is scary. House of Bane. Yes, absolutely. Cam Gill, MVP, defensive MVP or defensive player of the year for Louisville, the Louisville Knights, I believe. New Hurricanes fans have class. They do. And Jeremy says Keontae Scott. Final thoughts, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy on a.
I'm going to make it quick.
Yes.
Because I'm just going to say all the Bucs fans out there, we're trying to figure out what 2026 is going to look like. We already talked about it earlier in this show. The New York Giants, they were a wild card team. They knocked off the undefeated New England Patriots from their perfect season and won a Super Bowl. I think it was 11, but it could have been 14. Just remember, as much as sure as we think the Bucs are going to win the South, we should be in the second seed and win the NFC. It's also the wild card teams that can cause the best surprises. And the thing about sport we all love is the surprises. So don't go into the season assuming the Bucs should go 17-0. Just be happy when they go 11-5, 11-6, 12-5 if they beat the Chargers at home, and they have a great season. But Pete, thanks for having me tonight. I'm glad we were able to have a little bit of a stadium discussion, but not get off the rails. But because people get to know, I love you, bro. And we've been having this discussion for 8 years. It's just we're continuing it because it's the narrative. That's all we do.
It's an ongoing discussion all the time, and hopefully it gets settled. You know, if they come over here, if they stay in St. Pete, I'll tell you you're right. If they come over here by Raymond James Stadium, you're more than welcome to come over here. We'll have some drinks, we'll have some wings, we'll set it up, we'll go to the new stadium. We don't care about finances. It's sports. They'll work it out. It's money. It's
all about Tampa Bay sports, brother. I love you. Thanks for having me.
Love you too, brother. There you go. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy right there. On a Manic Monday. Well, we're definitely going to have Ray on Mondays. So Manic Monday for Ray. Ray's going to come on because Ray is off. So we're going to get you on the sports web. That's going to be your segment. Manic Monday with Ray. All right, brother. Love you. All right. Good stuff. I do love him. We argue like brothers sometimes, but I do love him. Man, oh man, do we argue about the stadium. I mean, the only thing we really get upset about is the stadium. Everything else, Bucs, Lightning, stadium. Oof, look out. Raymond James is the House of Bane. The fans will jump around with excitement. LFG, yes.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
There you go. That's the sound effect right there. And by the way, just a heads up here, it's 11:39 on June 15, 2026, and Todd Bowles is still your head coach.
It's exciting!
It is exciting, Todd. Absolutely. As many Bucs fans want you fired, you are still the head coach. Thanks a lot to all the guests of the night. Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, my co-host. The other guy there, Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay. We'll have him on. Who knows what's going to happen on Wednesday? Maybe we'll have Louis from the Frozen Pirate podcast. You never know. Just keep on tuning in to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Again, Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats are open. If you love the content, give to the content. Do three things here late as the Rays are tied with the Dodgers 3-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. We'll watch it. We'll keep you up to date on it. If anything happens, bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the sports web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially Go Bucs fans, Rays fans, Lightning fans, all Tampa Bay sports fans, it's your time. We'll see you next time here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As we always say here on the Monday, Go Bucs.